What up, y'all? Tell Rihanna Don, you feel me?
Get over here! Final round.
This the platform, bitch. Hey, this that platform shit.
Finish him.
Yeah, who's the best when it comes to this game? If you with the Mortal Kombat, I'ma leave you in flames. It's the platform, I knock a bitch right out of their shoes. A street fighter till I die, I hit like Ken and Ryu. I punish niggas like Tekken 007 with a weapon. Teach a fuckboy a lesson, I'm double dragging, no wrestling. Shoot the 3 and cross you over, you can call me 2K. And the devil may cry 1,000 times, but watch what you say. Because this is my Call of Duty, so by now you should know me. Cut a motherfucker in half and then slide out like Shinobi. Steal your car and catch a charge, fuck it, this Grand Theft Auto. Double dribble around a nigga and let the blood stain follow. This the platform, yeah. This the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah. This that platform shit. This the platform, yeah. This the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah. This that platform.
Alright, hello everybody, Cool Cat Terry here, bringing you guys everything with the platform. We're here, we got the crew. We are missing a very important person by you guys, but we'll get into that. But welcome to episode 152, you guys. We're just through this stuff. But so I hope wish everybody, how's everybody doing? Everyone doing great?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good Saturday.
Good Saturday. Fantastic. So basically, Dan the Man is not here today. He's normally our host today. Well, not today, but normally our host. But he had a business trip, so he is MIA. So I am taking over this shit. So the show is mine today. Okay, but pretty good. So why don't we go ahead and do the announcement, our little intros and whatnot. So I'll let Mike go ahead and things off here. Where the hell are you and what have you been playing?
Where the hell am I? I'm at home and freezing. What have I been playing?
I said who?
See, I thought you said where the
Take a
hell.
life. I should just take a life for that.
You really need to clean your ears, man.
But no, who am I? I'm Big Mike, of course. That's who I am. I've been playing Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order. Been thinking about chasing the platinum, even though I already beat it. I'm sure it's in platinum.
Wow.
But we'll see.
I am shocked at that one. You never want to
You
chase
beat
the
platinum, is what you're saying?
No,
he wants the platinum.
I beat Star Wars, and I'm thinking about platinum.
Oh, platinuming the game. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, sweetness. All right, Brandon, who is you?
I am.
No, where is you? Who is you?
I'm Brennan, the homie here. This week I have not played anything. It's been work and working at my friend. I know, and working on drywalling at my friend's house.
So he's been playing the Game of Life, the IRL edition. Right?
Do you know that game House Flipper? That's what
I've heard of it. Yeah, it's like I've seen people play it.
From what I heard, from
Brandon is playing.
From what I heard, Cody told me that he's been doing all the work and you've been.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't know. That's what he told me yesterday. He goes, Brandon comes over here and he goes, sleep.
Oh, bullshit. I will show you pictures.
Sure.
All right, but shout out real quick. We got Bit Cloudy here and Dre is here. We just went over the fact that Danny is MIA. He is on a business trip. He gone. It's my show today.
Yep. Terry's sabotaging.
It's the Rage Queen takeover. All right, no, it's so good. King, why don't you go ahead and do your intro?
All right. I'll even do you one better. Why is here?
Why is here? There we go.
Yeah. What up, everybody? This is King here. Games I've been playing. Far Cry New Dawn. I really like the game. It's a
See, everyone was giving me shit about how that game is no good and they shouldn't even call it a game. It's fucking DLC, blah blah blah. That game is fucking fun.
It's a full-fledged game.
See?
And then also Witcher 2.
Yeah. All right. You're giving me shit about that game. And I got King on my side. All right, you guys, you all know who the hell I am. I'm Cool Cat Terry, also known as the Rage Queen. I kick the ass and I say what I want to say. I don't give a shit. All right, no. But I've been playing Division 2 and Borderlands 3 because I got them on the Ultra Bargain Bin.
No.
So like literally paid like $4 just to get Division, for example, like fucking bargain bin deals because I don't like the games, so I want to get them cheap, just so I can play them to say I played them and get them behind me. But I think I'm on chapter 19 or something on Borderlands 3, so I'm almost through the main game, so I can
Nice.
chuck that one out. I'll have gotta wrap up Division. Started a Rage 2, got like an hour and a half into that before I had to switch into something else, but I was liking it. Did anybody else play Rage 2 by chance?
That's one game I want to play. I want to.
I think Mike did.
I played it and I kind of like fell off because I found it boring after a while.
For a while? Okay. For me, I absolutely hated the first game. Like, it was just, the gameplay just wasn't for me. I just couldn't get into it at all. The second one, though, like, I'm getting, it just looks and feels so much more Wolfenstein inspired, which makes sense since it's the same company. So, they still have, like, that open world wasteland part to make it Rage, but everything else just kind of screams Wolfenstein in there. You know what I mean? Like, they just got rid of Nazis and they threw mutants in there. So it's kind of weird.
Did you ever play the Mad Max one also?
I did. I hated it, but I played it some.
Mad Max wasn't that bad.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like the whole using the grappling hook on the car to pull shit over. It's just, I don't know. I just found the game tedious.
Okay.
But it's good. All right, you guys. So now that you know who everybody is, because somebody here might not know. Now you all know. All right, we are going to have some topics today. I am going to, I guess, just throw a quick one in because Danny kept harping about how we have to talk about it. I'll just do it first. Goes out of the damn way and I won't forget, and he can't give me any shade later when he watches this down the road. So he wanted us to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC.
Oh,
Does anybody here give a shit? Go ahead and... All right.
No,
It was a fun game. Like I had things I hated about it, but it was still good. It had good, fun gameplay. The fighting was great. Good and whatnot. It was good on PS4. So, anybody hyped about it going on PC? Play it that maybe didn't on.
I'll probably get it because I haven't played it and it actually looks pretty good game. So, and it's a video game. Video games are video games, so it's
Exactly.
Well,
what the fuck?
there are some really
you
shitty
bitches
video games,
complaining
and there's
about it?
mediocre video games, and then there's like, oh my god, this is an awesome video game.
Exactly.
Look, I discussed it on the platform, not on the platform podcast. I discussed it on BitCloud Gaming's podcast, and we were diving into about it. People are fucking moist about this, game going to PC, and it's not even confirmed it's going. Jason Schreier said he has a speculation or rumors that it's going to PC.
I don't know why people are gonna get moist. Fucking PlayStation people have had it for what, 2 years? At least 2 to 3 years, right? If you all haven't played it yet, then shut the fuck up. That's on you for not playing it. You've had the game fucking forever. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
All right, that game is probably $10 now for you guys. Shut the fuck up. Let
that's
somebody else enjoy it.
Actually, you're right, because right now it's on sale like every month on PlayStation for $9.99. That's
See, it's fucking $10 bargain bin game on fucking PlayStation 4 right now, and they're gonna sit there and be pissed that somebody else wants to fucking play it elsewhere. Get the fuck out of here. They had plenty of time to enjoy it. Let someone else play it. Give support to the devs. I mean,
20 right now.
freaking ridiculous.
And with that $10, you can even get the expansion for $10. So it's
Yeah.
like I said,
And they're getting the DLC.
yeah. So
That's what I don't have. I got the game when it came out, but I never bought the DLC. Once I beat it, I was like,
But I mean,
out.
you
But
have people out here, saying they're going to throw their PlayStation in the river and shit like that. You see people making
they
videos.
always say these like
What?
extravagant, over the top things,
It's fucking funny.
and
It's fucking funny.
we all know they're talking out of their ass. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's funny. And
Like they're really gonna throw a $400, $500 system right down
Dude.
the drain.
Dude, I was watching videos and I was watching it with Ryan. And we had a dude, even me and Ryan read. He wrote a whole complete novel on Twitter saying that he was done with PlayStation 5 and that he was not buying it and he was going straight to PC. I'm like, okay, bye.
You know damn well he's gonna have a PS5. Damn well he's gonna have a PS5.
And you had a person I saw on Twitter that said he was practicing throwing his PlayStation in the river, and he was throwing these like big cinder blocks into the lake. I was like, here we go. But it was fucking
People
funny.
are
They're
just
a whole
dumb,
bunch of
man.
Baby back bitches. They're baby back bitches. That's what.
Yes, baby back bitches.
I
Exactly.
mean, the key question is, does it hurt anybody that does it? Does
It
hurt anybody
doesn't.
that-
It's like
No.
it's not taken
Actually-
away from the Sony people because they've already had it for years. So if they wanted to play it, they should have by now. And they have it
Right.
super cheap, so if they had it, they can still get it. It's not like the game's getting all of a sudden taken off their fucking library. They can cool their shit. It helps the
Also
devs because now more people can access the game that may not have a console, and don't have Sony and play it on their PC. Now that gives them
brings them
that gives
more
them
money
some new
also
gamers
for
into the
Yeah.
franchise.
company.
And
So the
So
company gets more money.
And plus, the other thing is this: we already know, pretty sure that they're making Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Yeah.
of course.
This gives the PC community or whoever picks it up a chance to play it, check it out, and get interested for Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
True. Very true.
Yeah. So.
Good
it's
morning,
like-
Ice Queen. How are you doing, Dawn?
So anyways, they're being baby back bitches.
baby
Yeah.
back bitches.
I like it.
There's no reason for them to be crying about a game they've had for a few years now. Like they've all
Yeah.
played it. Like what are you
Nobody on my
complaining about? You didn't miss out on anything.
Nobody on my friends list I've even looked is playing it right now.
Isn't this the same situation where people on consoles? Oh, GTA 5 won't come to PC. Red Dead won't come to PC. Look what happens. GTA 5 comes to PC. Red Dead 2 comes out on PC. So it's like,
I just
There's always that niche of gamers. They just want to act like they're all high and mighty and they got shit nobody else has, and it's like, get over yourself. We should come together and just all enjoy the games. Like
Right.
why does it matter if somebody else gets it over someone else? I mean, fucking love the game, and then this way now you might have a friend who might be pro PC that didn't get to play it. Now they can play it, and now you guys got something to fucking talk about because you both might love it. Now,
Yeah.
it's just, Jesus, people are fucking ridiculous. I mean, oh, damn, the man is here. He's over here, keeping an eye on us kids. See what's up.
Keep an eye
anyway,
on
we
the
did
kids.
talk about your topics, so we're good. We're safe.
Yeah, we just covered your Horizon thing. You missed it, but discussed it. Yeah, we're pretty much all on board about how people are ridiculous and whining about it possibly going to PC. They should just embrace the growth of the franchise as well as the growth of the fan base. There,
Yeah.
we did it. Woo! All right, and now we're gonna do what I want. All right, so. All right, so we've had some delays that have happened this week.
Yeah,
And
lots of delays.
I know there's a lot of
Especially
people.
two big games.
Yes,
True.
I know there's a lot of people who. I mean, I see both sides when people, when this stuff happens about people being upset or saying they're all for it. But in the end, even if we 100% support a game being delayed, hoping that it's going to be better quality when it comes out, we still feel a little disappointed inside because we wanted our hands on it now, and now we have to wait longer. But so basically, what happened is we'll just start with the first one that got delayed this week was Final Fantasy VII the remake. Got delayed to April 10th, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Brandon, I know you've been itching to get your hands on this game. Are you all for the delay? Are you happy now that your wallet gets to be untouched a little bit longer, or are you upset because now you can't drool on the statue at night?
I am happy that my wallet is still safe. But I think it's good. Just like Big Mike said, like it'll be a good thing. Let them work on it a little bit. Make it a masterpiece at what they want. instead of like rushing a game and having it broken, like
Right.
Well,
what we've
it's
seen.
a remake of the old game. So what is there to making a new game? It's a remake of the old game. So
Yes, but you've seen 2019 how many broken games have been of like look at
yeah, of
WWE
course.
2K20.
Eh,
I never
Look
got
how
that game, so it's like nope.
look how broken that thing was. But I think it's a good thing to wait.
But there still have been times when games get delayed and they're still
And they still
broken
end
and
up being bad.
flawed. You know what I mean?
True.
They'll go and say that we're gonna push it back so we can, polish it up, and then it comes out just as broken as ever. And it's like, was you really polishing it up, or was it some kind of market stunt because you didn't want to else coming out around that?
Well,
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
think I'm screwed either way because
eh,
April's going to be jam packed games.
Yo, Frozen, we are talking about the delay of Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and how Brandon is happy that his wallet didn't get tapped.
Yeah,
Not yet.
not yet.
All right, King, how do you feel about the delay of Final Fantasy? I think this was a game you were looking for.
To be honestly, I'm not a big Final Fantasy person, so I don't really care about it.
You don't give two fucks. All right, so then
Yeah,
Mike,
exactly. I don't give two bucks.
Mike, I know you're a Final Fantasy guy.
what's up? What's me? I mean, I'm okay with it being delayed. Like, I really,
No, I'm playing.
I know you are. I mean, it's okay if it's being delayed. Like Brandon said, I'm okay with it being delayed because I'd rather have a full game working than a half-baked game. So yeah, I'm fine with it. Am I buying the collection edition? No, I'm not about that $300 life.
Now,
Exactly.
seeing that this game is episodic and they're cutting it into smaller portions, how much more could they really have to polish? Especially, how much do they really need to polish that's going to take them 5 months?
Or,
From what I'm understanding, the first part, or what do you want to call it, episode 1, is supposed to be a standard like RPG game, about 30 to 40 hours. That'll take you to play standard RPG.
Yes,
So,
but
and
there usually when you see a delay, depending, it depends. Like, and there
depends.
have been some longer delays, but generally when you get a game delayed, they push it back like what, a month or two. A
Mhm.
5 month delay. That's pretty major.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get closer to the PS5.
Nah.
I mean,
You don't think they're gonna try to push it to have that?
Well,
They
the
would
PS5
have they would have had it on there anyway.
Yeah, like I said, the PS5 is launching holiday this holiday.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
Yeah,
I
even
know
if
that.
the game came out in April, they still would have released a copy for PS5 regardless. That's not even
Mm.
yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's the issue.
Like
That's
I don't know. I just 5 months is pretty hefty. I think there's more to it than what they're going on. I
Right.
mean, they saying that it's they just want to polish it up or something, and 5 months is a lot of fucking polish. Like how bad
Well,
was it?
The game is
And
supposed to come
and
out.
especially it's what I've been saying. It's a remake of a game that's already been out since.
Yeah, the
forever.
story has already been laid out for them, so they don't have to. The writing team's
Yeah.
got it easy. They just got to make
Yeah.
sure they don't change too much of what was in the original storyline.
Well, I know
It's
they're,
pretty much going to be the graphics team. Sure, all that stuff looks good. People who do like all the fighting sequences, the sound people, music people, like they all have lots of things to do. But story's written, man. So like,
Huh?
Yeah, and compared to when the delay for Cyberpunk, uh, well, yes, it got delayed, but with that one, I'm fine because this is a brand new game that CD Projekt Red is working on. No other game, like they don't have that like example or original game to go off by.
yeah,
So
and I'm getting my stuff mixed. Cyberpunk is the one that got pushed back 5 months.
yeah.
Freaking
So you're
Final
getting pushed,
Fantasy
and I
got
was
pushed
gonna say,
back like a 1 month, right? Month and a
Yes.
half.
Final Fantasy VII
I'm
is supposed
getting
to come out in
my
March.
things kind of crisscrossed, so apologies. I'm not trying to confuse
Right.
anybody. That's on me.
Right.
So Final Fantasy got pushed back to April. It was
Well-
supposed to come out in March, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
just a month, so that's not too bad. But the Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to come out in
It was supposed to come out in April.
In April, now that's going to
But-
September.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that me thinking, am I waiting? Because the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X is supposed to come out on holiday. I'm going to wait for
November, December.
yeah.
around there.
So they can push it back to September. Now I'm not really interested into it. I'll now get it on the better platform when it comes out, or the console, I should say, not the platform.
For
Yeah,
me,
but-
the biggest competition Cyberpunk is going to have is Last of Us Part 2, as
Well,
of right
Last of
now.
Us comes out in
And they
May.
would have came out relatively around the same time period before
Mhm.
this delay got announced. So it could be a thing where there might be polishing it up or what. They did say the game was playable, but it
Yeah,
could also be
but-
what Brandon was saying for Final Fantasy. It could be marketing.
No,
closer to the
because also
holidays.
CD Projekt Red, everybody's having high expectations because of how Witcher 3 did really good. And so this is like their second biggest game ever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still one of those things where pretty hefty delay.
Mm-hmm. That is hefty.
Yeah.
There could be more to it. There
And
could
on
be.
top of that, they also said that their multiplayer, because there's supposed to be multiplayer coming to it.
And they're not even
But
gonna have that ready. They're like, yo, we're not only gonna delay the game, we're gonna delay the multiplayer, and we're not. I'm like, what the fuck is that? If you're delaying the game already, why not get your multiplayer done and now you can just release it all together? They're like, no,
Right,
yeah.
we're gonna delay the game, and then when we finally get that out, then we'll start working on the multiplayer, and you might get that
Yeah,
in a year. I'm like, what
they
is
said-
that shit about?
Yeah, so they said the multiplayer wouldn't be ready till 2021. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Yes.
And most people would want to play multiplayer together. So I'd say like they should get the multiplayer ready for the game release.
Yeah,
And
they literally are pushing the whole game back. They could literally, whoever's working, if they, if they're just polishing the game, that means there's going to be members of the team that are done that could possibly work on the multiplayer aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer your question there, Frozen, yes. You can create your character in the game and see what he looks like when you're creating him, but when you go into the game and start the game, you do not see him. He's first person. But you can see him in like the cutscene. Or her, I should say.
Probably see
Her.
yourself in your menus. First, go into
Yeah.
your menu to put on your gear, and you can.
So maybe that's another good reason. Maybe they're delaying it. Maybe they're going to add third person. I would definitely like them to add
Third
third
person
person
would be cool.
because I'm not a big on first person. I play them, but I'm not a big. I prefer looking.
It
at the
would be
shoulder.
good for them to have the option to swap back and forth, like how Elder Scrolls you could swap back and forth.
Yeah,
Just give
Yeah,
us
I like
us
that.
the option.
Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
because there are people who can't handle the first person. It gives them headaches.
I mean, shit. GTA 5 gave you that option where you can switch first to third because people like first, people like third. Like you
Yeah.
said, Jerry, give us the option.
Damn option.
True.
Just give us the damn option.
Well,
They'll do what they do.
I see they even bumped up the Avengers game from May to September.
Yep, now that's pushed back to September.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to get on that.
Like I said, and that's another game. I'll wait till PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X.
For
When it
the
drops.
Avengers.
Yep, same as Cyberpunk.
I don't really care about the Avengers game.
It's interesting, but it's like not the most hyped game.
Yeah, it's not the most hyped game, and that's one of the things that Crystal Dynamics said is they got a lot of backlash when they said they were going to delay it, and I can understand because they don't have the best animations when it comes to.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Tomb Raider. They got on the last Tomb Raider, they got a lot of flack, the animation, about a lot of bad press on the animation Tomb Raider. Even though it was a good game that Terry says, I haven't played it a lot, but it did get a lot of bad press, animations and cutscenes. So maybe
Like I said, I have zero hype for the Avengers game. I feel like that's literally them just trying to milk the because Avengers is so popular with the movies lately. This is like their last stint to try to get some more money out of the franchise.
right. Me, I'm interested in playing it, but like I said, I'm kind of like confused on what they're trying to do. I mean, I heard it's supposed to be a game with a service, so like it's going to be like a loot shooter. Instead, you're not getting loot when you like beat a boss or a strike or whatever you want to call it. You get different costumes. That's your reward.
Well, that's what they kind of did with Injustice. Like each time you beat someone, you unlocked costumes.
I know, but I mean, do you really want? Is that what you want for your reward? Woohoo! I got a skin because I did a 2-hour strike and got a skin. I can hear Terry right now raging right now if she played that game. The 2-hour strike or a boss fight, and all she got was a Captain America or a Black Widow skin.
Well, that's pretty much what fucking Division does to you. You're sitting there, you're doing shit, trying to get better loot or whatever to get a better gun, and what do they give you? A goddamn gun magazine for a gun that you probably don't even use. Fuck you guys.
Like I said, I can hear Terry raging now. Frozen says, Mike, that'll be their excuse not to have a lot of content at launch. Like, ooh. I know Terry's cringing when she heard that comment.
Not over it. Like
Yeah.
2020 now. It's time we move on and look onto what games we got for this year.
I was going to ask you.
There's no reason for us to keep dwelling back on shit that happened.
I was going to ask you.
You guys all had your fun with it.
I was going to ask you, are you playing anything? Because I heard they got like a new update or something.
As far as I know, the Ice Tide thing has been going on since.
Okay. I saw some people playing it.
I played it a little bit, but it's one of those things right now where most of the people that I normally play with, they've moved on to something.
Yep.
So it's hard for me to get. That's why I've been focusing on my backlog.
There you go. That's all you
But
can do.
I'm sure when they drop the big 2.0 update, that's going to bring everybody back. Just like when any game of the service has a major fucking update, everybody fucking comes. Then,
I know you and I spoke on it last night, like wee hours. Another game that was delayed was Marvel's Iron Man VR.
VR.
God.
The only person that's going to care about that is Chris, and he's not here, so we're going to move on. Seriously, was anybody looking forward to that? I don't think anybody here even.
Nope.
I'm interested. I'm interested. I want to get it because I have the VR, but I'm interested.
That one going to be on everything, or was that just for?
I think it was just a PlayStation VR at the time. It's PlayStation VR, but it might come to other platforms. I don't know. See, I mean,
When they say other platforms, they mean PC because there is no VR on any of the other platforms.
Yeah. Right, but I wasn't super hyped about it, but I was interested in trying it out and playing.
I mean, that's something I couldn't get into is the VR.
I like VR.
But
I had it, and it has its moments when it's like, yeah, this is cool, but then you kind of like you take it in a limit. You know, it's one of those things. I still say it's a fucking phase. Like, yeah, it's cool, but majority of the games you're playing aren't fucking VR games. You're still playing more base 2D games than you are fucking VR games. You know what I mean? So it's like, why? It's not that big. You know what I mean? It's like when the Wii first came out and they were, the motion controls were the hotness at the time. Yeah, it was cool to, play around with the Wii doing the motion controls, but most of our gaming was predominantly, the mainstream stuff on other consoles and things because that's just more fun than, something that's gimmicky.
I think more people when the Wii came out kept throwing the controllers right at the TV.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't think they were throwing it on purpose. I mean,
no,
it's definitely not on purpose, but it's definitely people who weren't putting the straps on their wrists. That's for sure.
Or like even Nintendo. I remember like they issued an apology that the original straps wasn't strong enough, and so that's why they were flying out.
Right. I remember my little nephew. He's not little anymore, but I remember my nephew John when he had the Wii. And he was playing it, and he didn't put the strap on. And I think he was.
And he launched it.
He was playing Wii Dance. Yeah, he was playing Wii Dance, and as he was sitting there dancing, it flew out of his hand, and it hit our ceiling fan while it was going on, and it just like ricocheted off the ceiling fan, and He's like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "Well,
Did it break the light or the?
it didn't break the light, broke the Wiimote." So
Oh.
I was like, "Well, there goes that moat."
I know there were people who, if they didn't throw the controller by accident, they were just too close to the TV and they would end up kicking or punching the TV by accident.
True. the Wii boxing, and they punched the TV.
Whoops.
But yeah, would you say it's too early enough to call 2020 pretty much game delay year?
Yes, see, that's why I was calling it this week. I said this is the year of game delays, 2020.
Probably to make up for broken games
I mean,
2019.
we have game delays, so it's not.
Well, I mean, you have last.
I mean, I'm still
two
waiting on
got
my Skull and
delayed.
Bones. That game's been delayed twice. That shit was supposed to come out in 2018. Fucking 2020 now. And they still haven't given me a confirmed date. They're like, maybe March.
Maybe.
Give me no fucking maybe.
I think they're going to cancel it because I haven't heard anything about it.
You know, so it's like, literally that game was supposed to come out in fucking 2018. 2018. I'm still waiting on that shit. So, no, like fucking delays are all the damn time.
Feels like a Scalebound.
Scalebound, that was it, yeah.
Now, see that one, we didn't know much about it. We had a really flashy fucking, like, trailer, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, you know, they built up the hype, and then they're like, okay, we scrapped the idea. You?
No. We scrapped the idea because we did it for the game. Get it right, Gary.
But still, we didn't know much about it. We just had a flashy trailer. That was it.
I'm just throwing. I mean, I like Xbox, but I'm just throwing the shade out there for what they'll spend. Spencer said we canceled it for the gamer.
For
the VR stuff for Xbox.
No, Scalebound. That's why he canceled Scalebound because we did it for the gamer.
Yeah. So what I was asking earlier, are they re-releasing Mass Effect 1 or what?
Yes, I actually wanted to cover that. But before we talk about it, I just wanted to show the tweet. I'm not going to play the whole tweet because it's really... But, wanted to switch over and just show that real quick. I got it. But, well, let me just switch over real quick. So here's the thing. I'll screen it and everything. You guys can...
Hey, Terry, you forgot to snap your finger when you switch.
Anyways, this was the tweet, right? So they're like, yo, this is the intro to Mass Effect 1. So when you boot up the game, this plays. Got this iconic fucking music playing. You guys are gonna have to have the video up to see because I don't have the sound stuff that Danny has. Then you see that fucking Mass Effect 1 logo? And you hear the fucking music playing? Like, I got fucking hyped, man. Like, I was like, oh shit! Like, that music is just... It's just it's emotional for me because Mass Effect is one of those franchises that means so much to me. Like, it got me... This was like the first fucking like RPG I played where like it just like took over my life and like it had like choice and like romances and things that I never seen in other RPGs before, and it was just it just blew me away and stuff. So like I'll just stop it there because they just keep playing the music. But that's basically what BioWare threw up on their Twitter account, and I'm just like, so I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here has probably played the fucking first one.
Frozen says it sounds like Terry's making a motivation speech with this music.
Because the music's that fucking good, man.
Hold on. I mean, which is better, this music or the Halo music?
I mean, Halo has a great soundtrack. I'm not gonna knock on that, but I don't get goosebumps and hot and bothered when I hear it like I do fucking Mass Effect. Okay.
I mean, Mass Effect 1, it's a good game, but the vehicle driving sucked balls.
I didn't get into it. I didn't like Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3.
I haven't played any of them.
What?
I played the whole series 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play the hot garbage Andromeda.
Andromeda, the main story is good. Okay, so if you ever got it like on bargain bin for like $2, I would say just play main missions and skip everything else. All right, that's the only way you're gonna enjoy that game. Just play main missions, skip everything else. It doesn't fucking matter in that one.
That was Terry's game of the year, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, wasn't?
She's like,
It was
"No,
my
that's
most anticipated game for that year, but then it came out and it was my biggest disappointment of that year then too.
You did
But,
what? Didn't you do like a 24-hour?
I did a 24-hour stream because I love Mass Effect that much. I was like, Andromeda's coming out, 24-hour stream, let's go, as Danny would say. And I was like, what is this? like the side quests were so boring and dumb and pointless, and the characters were not interesting, and I was just like, the battle mechanics were great and stuff, but
weren't the characters not rendering in also in that game?
I didn't have that issue in my copy, thankfully. But I know there were a lot of people that had a bugginess with like droopiness, like fucking limbs being distorted, fucking like their eyes bugging out of their heads. Like they had problems, but thankfully I didn't have those. But yeah, they definitely have. And they did get a patch for that pretty quickly. But the thing is, you all know how social media is, so people got on that kick of making fun of it for that. And people were still making fun of making that like the headline for the game, even though that shit had long been fixed. You know? But I would say, if you ever decide to pick up and play the main story and skip everything else. But Mass Effect 1. Brandon, if this tease turns out that they are going to remaster it, would this be something that you would maybe think about trying to get into the series?
Yeah.
You don't sound very convinced. Okay. He's like, yeah, I get
Yeah.
I'll probably try it.
No, you won't.
But you don't know, Michael.
Dude, anytime I ask you to try something and you're not sure about it, you're like,
yes, but yeah,
like,
but some of your stuff that you go, man, you gotta try this. I'm like, should I trust them?
and like I said, when you used to say it means it definitely means a no there, Terry. It's like
when he said yeah, I was not convinced. Like just the way he said it, like I was not fucking convinced, man.
There's no
like
convincing there. He's like, no, it's not. Just say, Brandon, no, it's not happening.
But yeah, the driving the Mako was not the best, and the controls weren't bad. It was the terrain. They made they made it to where you could pretty much drive anywhere, and the terrain was so terrible. Like,
which was terrible.
Keep in mind, this was back during the 360 time period. Okay,
Yeah.
so like they didn't have like the smooth mountains and stuff like we do in games today, where you can go climb up there on your feet. Like everything was like sharp pointed peak. So you're like having a hard time climbing up on shit. But oh man, the game was so good. Like the story's immersive, the characters, you get really wrapped up into like their individual stories. I highly recommend Mass Effect for anybody who hasn't tried it. So I really hope that they are going to remaster it, because literally that game is not aging well. Okay, the first one is looking rough as shit. So it would be great for them to, give that some love and maybe get some new age gamers into it that maybe didn't play it on the 360.
But the game that got me into BioWare sold me a lot, even before Mass Effect and Dragon Age was a thing, was Star Wars KOTOR.
And how come? Right, you don't have a PC. I was gonna be like, how come you don't play it? Because they're still running. There's still a huge following.
That's a different KOTOR.
They've added new content.
That's a different KOTOR. That you're thinking the mass multiplayer online, like Elder Scrolls Online. I'm talking about like the single player KOTOR. It was just single player.
King,
Should be interesting.
Since you played Mass Effect 1 and hoping you saw that tweet and listened to it before this, when the music started up, like what emotions did you feel? Or did it not impact you at all?
I mean, it was like a sort of like a relive. It's like you're excited because it's like it was a pretty much good game other than the driving, but I really enjoyed it back when it was on the Xbox 360, and I was like, that's pretty cool that it's coming back or as a remaster or whatever as such.
We're hoping, because they didn't tell us anything. They just threw the freaking beginnings of Mass Effect 1 on there, and it's like, what are they doing? Is it just like,
Or it could be RPG and combine all of them together. We
you
don't
know, it could be maybe they're, remastering it, or they just want us to relive where they got started on Mass Effect. I have no clue what they're thinking.
I guess so.
Hopeful. I'm hopeful for it. I'm definitely hopeful.
Or what
for
if
a-
what if they're doing it for the new consoles? Mass Effect 1, but for the Xbox Series X. It could be that.
Could be. Remaster.
But yeah, I was excited to hear music and such.
See? Yes. It's just like that music. It's just like I heard it. I got so excited. Oh god. It's just one of those soundtracks that definitely has a lot of meaning to me personally. Definitely Mass Effect, that franchise alone impacted me quite a bit. Got into Mass Effect first. Then, because I enjoyed that so much, I decided to go back and check out Dragon Age. That game came out before. I never.
That's another series I want to get
So,
into.
because I love Mass Effect so much, I was like, you know what? I want to check out their other game that BioWare did. And I went back and I played, Dragon Age Origins. And I was like, holy shit! And I fucking loved it. And then I was hooked on that shit too. So it was like, yeah, like it basically, Mass Effect was like a gateway drug for me as a gamer to get into different games that I had never even thought about playing. It was definitely great for me.
And then what was the E3 or what? They teased about that Dragon Age 3 or 4 or
They've already had
okay, so Dragon Age 4.
so they're working on it. We don't know what they're gonna call it yet or anything like that. They're in the works. I don't expect to see it for.
Yeah. It's probably gonna
I'm
be
looking
until
forward
next
to it.
year.
Personally, I liked 1 and 2 more than Inquisition. Inquisition was the third one. Inquisition was good, but it wasn't the same to me. So that one, I only did like one playthrough. Normally, I do 2 or 3 playthroughs on one of them, and didn't care to do it again on Inquisition. So, and each time they drop a Dragon Age game, they try to listen to the community and how they want things. Like Origins was very on the way that the gameplay worked and the mechanics. Then they dropped 2, and they wanted to kind of get the console people to it, so they made that one more console friendly. And then the PC were pissed off.
Yeah.
So then they had Inquisition, and they tried to balance the different play styles together. And I think they did well with that, but I don't know. I just still didn't feel the same to me. So I don't know what they're gonna do with 4, because I'm sure they're gonna switch it up again. But hopeful that they'll do a great job with it. One of those things where BioWare has changed so much. So many people have, switched studios within BioWare to go to different teams to work on that won't be working on it, and others have completely left BioWare altogether. So it's kind of like a mashup of talent that is part of the journey for those franchises. It really turn out to be Andromeda variation for sad, if that was.
But yeah,
Like
we'll see what happens and just
Definitely.
play it by ear.
Hopeful though. Let's go ahead and transition to the next topic, which will probably get a lot more chatter from people in the chat because we got.
Mike should know this a whole lot.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Come on, wake up,
my
Mike.
thing's cutting out. Let me check my filter real quick. It could be my sensitivity.
Rip. Oh. All right, I see the topic. I dive in.
All right, hopefully now it won't cut out as bad. Don't normally stream the stuff. I have my own setup for my stuff, and then there's this whole separate setup for this, and so my settings. Because I haven't streamed, I haven't hosted the platform for so long that my settings have changed since then with updates and stuff. So
Right.
back. But,
Dre says, Sarah, your mic keeps.
I know, I
coming in
just
and out."
adjusted it, Mike.
Okay.
God damn it. Literally talking about my mic settings, and you're like, yo, he just said, tell me about your mic settings. I'm addressing him, Mike.
He's not awake yet.
I'm not awake yet.
But,
I won coffee today.
He needs 2 pots to be awake.
Exactly.
oh my God.
I need
Fucking Mike over here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over. We're gonna talk about good old PlayStation and the E3 because that's been a major fucking talking point all week within the gaming community. So let me just pull this shit up. So it's been reported all over, but this is the original. I wanted to make sure I went to the original source. This is the ones that actually had the interview with Sony about them not going. So I wanted to have their article up and not somebody else who's talking about these guys talking about it. So pretty much they had an interview and it basically confirmed that Sony has decided once again to not participate in E3. Oh, I wanted to quote what they said. Let's see. They had said that when I say they, I'm talking about Sony. After thorough evaluation, let's see, they decided not to participate. Blah blah. We will build upon our global event strategy in 2020 by participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe. Our focus is on making sure fans feel part of the PlayStation family and have access to play their favorite content. We have a fantastic lineup of titles coming to PlayStation 4, and with the upcoming launch of PlayStation 5, we are truly looking forward to a year of celebration with our fans. Like, wait a minute, you're telling me you're going to blow off E3 because you want to go to other consumer events? What?
Wow.
What?
Xbox does that and they still attend E3.
Like, what? Like, literally E3, I mean, I've said for years E3 is overrated and fucking dried up and is, not that big a deal anymore. But, and E3 is still a big fucking deal. And you're going to tell me that you would rather go to other consumer events across the globe over E3? They didn't say anything about their own. They just said they wanted to go to hundreds of consumer events. They don't have hundreds of fucking events in-house. So this means other fucking events. So what the fuck are they talking about? And why would these be priorities to them over the biggest event of the year? Outside of the Game Awards. Like, I'm fucking confused here.
E3 is like, the E3 is like the Super Bowl of, for gamers. Because, but I can understand why, they're dipping. Because there is other events they can go to and get their, talk about their product.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, there's lots of places they can go. We've had the discussion about costs. They can save money.
Exactly.
I have said for years that they wanted to have a big announcement. They could just post that shit on Twitter and their personal YouTubes, and they would get the same outreach.
Exactly.
So, I mean, this is they're backing up what I've been saying, but it's still kind of shocking to see it because people, get their fucking underwear knotted up real tight when they hear about people not going, giving a shit about E3 and going. So we're talking about this, and I
said yesterday on BitCloud's podcast, E3 needs Sony. Sony doesn't need E3. And on top of that talking point, if you remember Gamescom last year, Xbox was like, Gamescom. That's like all Xbox, basically. That's their own little event. And PlayStation went and bought Insomniac Games during Gamescom and put out, like you just said, just a simple tweet saying, look, welcome Insomniac to PlayStation. And that was everybody and their whole Twitter was talking about, oh my God, PlayStation went and bought Insomniac. That was the whole talking point. Nobody was talking about games. It was like irrelevant. Like, who cares about fucking, Xbox being at Gamescom? Everybody was talking about Insomniac joining PlayStation.
So,
like I said, they just don't need it. And
yeah,
plus,
based on this article, it sounds more like they want to do it, but because E3 isn't what they envision the company to be, that's why they're not. So, like, Because like
Well,
it says, because it even says here that publishers like EA as well as Sony, want EA to be a fan celebration, so more like open to the public, like fucking Comic-Con. Whereas others want to keep it industry focused, like it is now, where journalists and people are the only ones that show up to it.
Well, actually, I think in 2018 was the first one where like people could go to the conferences.
Yeah, and that's the only one that fucking mattered. That's like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I know Dre's gonna probably say something. I can't physically see the chat right now because I have this up. But I had made a comment on one of his posts on the platform Facebook page about how it hasn't been interesting since they made it public, and he was like, they only made it public the one time, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly my point. That was the only time it was fucking interesting. So it's all because for me, I've always seen E3 is it's a big event and it's cool to get all these huge announcements, but I've always seen it kind of over the top, kind of overrated. Like I've been saying this forever and ever. They could just announce this shit on Twitter or their personal YouTube. They'll get the same fucking traction. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. All the journalists are gonna report about it,
Right.
and it fucking would cost them fucking nothing.
Yep. I mean, like I said, another thing, like I said, Microsoft, when they do E3, they do it on a Sunday. It's not even really part of E3 yet when they do it on Sunday, and they do it on their own stage. Microsoft has their own stage there.
I thought they do it like Thursday or Friday, the conference.
No. Like E3 basically starts like on a Monday, but Microsoft does theirs on a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, they do it on their own stage, whereas Sony would have to buy a slot time or a stage time and talk for 30, 40 minutes, or even if they even get that much time. Nintendo, they go there, but they don't buy a stage either.
No.
What they do is they pre-record their stuff. It's not even live; it's pre-recorded, and they set up.
This past E3, it was just all pre-recorded stuff for Nintendo.
Yeah.
All of it was pre-recorded. I think all of it was pre-recorded except for Xbox. Xbox was actually live, like I said, but they do it on their stage. They do it on their own.
But my take is E3 should be open to the public.
Yeah.
Give people a chance to actually make it a huge event. Let people, that the consumers, the ones that are actually going to buy their fucking products, test their products. All right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Journalists don't need an in-house event. The journalists are going to get their news regardless if they go to the event or they see someone fucking post it on goddamn YouTube. They're going to see the fucking news, fucking on the internet, and they're going to fucking write about it. They don't need to go there to write about something they can fucking see on Twitter. All right? Literally, we have articles right now flying around because they saw the news on Twitter for Cyberpunk and, Final Fantasy being delayed. They didn't have to go to the goddamn company and have a private meeting to get that news. You fucking see that shit on Twitter and they fucking write about it. They don't need to lock that shit down for journalists. They can fucking get their news fucking on anywhere. They don't need to be there. All right? Everybody's going to write about that shit that happened there anyways. So open it to the public and let the consumers try out the stuff. I mean, we're the ones buying it. We should be the ones that can fucking test it out.
That's true. But Terry, the only I could see the only time that journalists would go to if it's like really private, closed events, and then they will write about that event. But everything else should just be open and allow us to go and try it out.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to have like a private room for like, fucking just be like, hey, journalists, this is going to be some behind the scenes shit that only you guys are going to know about so you can write about it, fucking fine. But I mean, even still, they all they need is one person to write about it, and every fucking gaming site out there is going to write about it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That's what happened with the E3 thing. Sony went to fucking the games industry. They had their interview about them confirming they're not going. Once the game industry dropped their article, every fucking Dick and Jane out there started writing articles about how they confirm they're not going. That's how it works. They just copied the original source. So they don't need to go nowhere to get the shit.
Story like 10 times, and you're just like, I'm tired of seeing this article.
Freaking GameIndustry.biz had it first, and then and then within a few hours you'll see Polygon and IGN and fucking PC Gamer and everybody else talking about, Sony had an interview with these guys and they said they're not going to fucking E3. Boom, done. They didn't fucking put any effort into that. They just saw an article and they wrote about it. All right, so it's freaking ridiculous. Like, E3 needs to be open to the public because, I mean, it just would make it special. because the
Yeah.
journalists will get their news whether they're there or not. All right, and like I said, just let the consumers, be there. Have it be a way for us to come together and be like, yo, I'm a fan of this dev. I want to check out their stuff and be able to share that with other fans of that company and try out some new stuff that and it'll be like special, being like, yo, I got to go to E3 this year. It was fucking amazing, and it's like. Make it fucking special. It's not special when it's freaking closed doors and everybody's gonna write about the shit whether they went there or not anyway.
Pretty much.
I know
But
that's
yeah,
one of my
we'll see
dreams.
what
I mean, it's one of my dreams also to go to E3. I agree with Brandon with. But like I said, they don't need it, and it hasn't been really open to the public that long.
They only had it the 1 year.
No, well, I mean, they
a
had
couple of years now. It
been
started
a
in
couple years.
2018.
I think it started 2017. I think is when
They
opened
announced in 2017 that it was going to be open, and it was only open in 2018. And then they
So-
locked that shit down because they were like, there were too many people, and the journalists complained that they couldn't try the stuff because they were too long of lines, and they, basically became little crybabies.
I mean, I can understand
Baby
because
back bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand because I have a few journalists that went to this thing and they said, yeah, the lines were ridiculously long when the public's there. And
Well,
it
yeah,
is.
that's why, like I said, if they want to fucking get in on some of that, they can have a little private showing just for the industry people.
Well, I mean, also
Be like, okay, from
that's like
this time slot to
Comic-Con
this time
also.
slot, we're gonna have everything set up in a private room. Those of the industry are welcome to come in. You gotta flag your little badge or whatever to get in, and they can fucking test the shit out. No fucking lines. They can stop fucking crying. These fucking events always have lots and lots of fucking rooms that people can use. And I've been to huge ass events, and a lot of those rooms are fucking empty because no one's using them. Fucking use those rooms and stop crying like little bitches. Problem solved.
True.
So, yeah.
That's all. That's my take on it. Like, open it to the public, let
But
people
E3
go
should
and
be
and,
for
and
fans
have the
only.
experience, and journalists can have their own private little room where they can jack off with each other and copy each other's fucking articles and say it was theirs first and be done.
Yeah, I agree.
But so people are saying that E3 is officially dead because EA hasn't been there in fucking ages, and Sony has dropped out now 2 years in a row. So
But
Oh,
EA is like nobody really gives a fuck
but
about
Sony
EA.
did their like Nintendo not I guess Sony did their own like kind of like direct thing during E3,
Yeah.
which it
I
wasn't
mean,
big.
Nintendo does, but they still go to E3 and they show
EA
off.
always likes to rub it in though, and EA always has their event the same weekend as E3 to be like, yo, there's E3, but you guys come over here. We're having our thing. Kind of like rub it in. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think it's EA. I know there's one of them that dropped out a long time ago. It hasn't been.
Well, I thought EA was there last year in E3, weren't they?
They were because they were showing off like Apex. But
Okay.
but I think that was like their big comeback, wasn't it? I don't think they weren't never there.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
they showed up Star Wars Battlefront 2.
yeah.
Maybe it's a different company. I know there's one that has backed out years ago, and they just always do their event separate.
Now I'm trying to think.
If it's not E3, then forgive me. But I know there was a pretty big fucking publisher that hasn't gone to E3 in a while. They hold a private event the same week as fucking E3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they stopped doing it and they're going back to E3 now. But I do remember there was always. I remember they even brought attention to it at E3. There was the lady. She was sitting there on like the red carpet outside of E3, being like, "Yeah, we're about to go in, and you look over there, you can see so and so is having their event across the street." And I was like, "What?" they're like, "Fuck you guys, come over to our building." I was like, that's fucking ballsy to rent the building across the street for fucking E3 and be like, "Yo, come over here instead." But I just thought that was fucking savage.
I think that was EA that did that.
Yeah, see, it was the fucking EA. But I just thought that fucking was hilarious. It was
But,
like,
Frozen also said, Nintendo goes to E3, but like I said, they don't do a live show. They do a pre-recorded show. Even though they're there, they're only on the show floor, but they don't do anything. They let gamers try out the game, the demos,
Yeah.
but they don't do a live show.
yeah, so I know that usually they even announce when they're having their Nintendo Direct. Usually at E3, they're like, "Yo, we're gonna do our Direct."
And like I said, it's
Not
expensive.
pretty soon after.
It's expensive. It's super expensive to even go. I mean, super expensive. I mean,
Yeah,
shit, Brandon.
$250 a ticket.
I'll say I'm not throwing shade at you, Brandon, but
Yeah.
People pay more than that to go to other events. Fucking like WWE. Like you're looking to
true.
spend over $1,000 if you want good seats.
Well, that's just a ticket. It's like $200.
That's just for a ticket for WWE, man. You know those ring sides up front. You're looking at
No, I'm
10
talking about
grand for that
E3.
shit.
Those
E3.
ringside seats for even WWE events are super expensive. But
Yeah, they're like 10
It's
grand just for the one seat.
right, I mean that's if you're going to a pay-per-view shit.
No, that's
Yeah.
just standard. If you go into like a pay-per-view or fucking
just like a live event.
what's their big one again? WrestleMania?
Yeah,
That fucking the price goes even higher, but the fucking
Oh, I
seat's
know.
like 10 grand for one fucking ticket for that. Just to go to fucking
Yeah.
Raw. Like that's bullshit.
But like I said, to go to E3, I know Brandon spent like $250 a ticket. He went and bought 2 tickets and he didn't go.
Yeah.
But you also got to pay for the hotel cost, the flight, or the drive, depending what you're doing. And then
Yeah.
you got to pay. Then you got to pay for the parking. Then you got to think about your food. You're already probably even when you do all that.
There's ways to do things
Probably
cheaper though.
5,000.
Like
You're thinking
if you're traveling there, do not get a hotel that's super close because those are going to be the most expensive.
Dude,
Yeah.
We're in the day and age where you don't have to pay for parking because you could just get lifted there and back. So
True.
you would save a lot of money not having to deal with the parking
Right.
expense or the hassle of finding parking.
I mean, one event, TwitchCon, like this year, I'm gonna go. It's probably gonna be around $1,000, pretty much for the
A ticket or just like for everything?
No, the
Well, like,
tickets are
for
fucking
everything.
cheap for TwitchCon.
But,
Okay.
But yeah, his travel expenses are going to be up there.
like I said, I was talking to Tony this past week about going to it, and he even told me like buying food and drinks. Like to buy a drink there in the building was $18 a drink. I'm like, fuck that, $18 a drink. I'll go 30.
That's why.
Well, yeah, it's like when I went to Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con last year in Atlanta, and they had a couple companies and that would have different booths around, and it was the same company. So you would have like maybe like 6 Chick-fil-A booths and like 6 fucking like pizza booths or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, the prices were basically double what you would pay if you just walked if you went to a Chick-fil-A, you would have gotten your shit, half the price than getting it there because you're getting that convenience charge because now they have to pay employees to stay there and they have to pay for the employees to be, shipping delivering all of the stuff over there so they can sell it. So they're like, if we're going to be paying extra labor, we're going to get extra for these fucking chicken sandwiches.
I'd be one of those people, I'd walk into E3, I would have one of those drinking hats with 2 straws in my mouth.
They wouldn't let you do that, man. They have signs posted everywhere about how you can't bring food or drink in from like the outside, and you gotta walk past people to get into any of the rooms. You would get pulled aside, man.
My shit would go confiscated. You're like, yo, you gotta give us the hat, man.
Just like when I went to Warp Tour. I went to Warp Tour last year, and just a bottle of water. Okay, maybe $1 or $2 bottle of water. They've jacked up to like almost $10.
Yep. It's not worth it.
Oh, go to the
Yeah.
bathroom and drink out of the faucet for free. All right, you're done. And those buildings, no lie, those
No.
buildings will have fucking water fountains.
I
Just walk away from the event where all the people are at. There's always like the other part of the building that they're not using. You can just walk in one of those hallways and find a goddamn water fountain, and you can fucking
There
get
you
free
go.
water. Just
Frozen
walk
said,
back.
Frozen
Like-
said, go down to 7-Eleven. That's what I do when I went to PSX.
Yeah,
Grab
just
yourself a
walk
slushy.
out the building, Go find the closest thing nearby. Eat, drink or whatever, and then go back. You can't bring the shit in, but you can at least have it before you go back in, and you're good to go.
Another thing that Tony brought up to Blanca when he said when he went to eat, that's because that's what he did. He would go exit the building. He goes, food trucks. The food trucks save your life there. He goes, you'll see. He said, you'll see food trucks there. He goes, he lived on like a chicken on a stick.
Chicken on a stick.
Yeah. See, I've had like the best meals from like food trucks. Like they're like the best food I've ever had.
Right. He said you can go there and get a normal price meal. He goes, get your drink. Then he goes, like he said, he lived on like chicken on a stick when he went to E3 or any of these like big events. I was like, hey, eat what you gotta eat, I guess.
But not all of them will have that, because I've gone to some Comic Cons and stuff. There aren't any food trucks out.
Right. Yeah. Not
So it's either you pay the convenience charge of overpaying at this convention center, or you decide to walk somewhere and get things. Definitely walk. Don't drive, because you might not find it. It's gonna have to go through that whole battle of finding parking again. So just leave your fucking car sit where you put it and
Uber,
just walk somewhere.
Uber or Lyft.
Uber's expensive though too. Be expensive. Depending
But
where you're.
There's also Lyft that they say it's much cheaper.
I mean, depending on what hotel you're staying also.
Yeah.
True. Well, just as Terry said, don't stay close to the event. Just go a little bit further down.
You can actually schedule
Airbnb.
your stuff in advance. So if you want to be like, yo, I want to go eat or go to my hotel at such time, plan that shit a day or two in advance. That way, a driver has to that they'll do it. Then you're locked in at the price then, versus them jacking the rates up because there's something else that very day. Ways you can save money.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I know some people, they'll get the hotel at the event, and even though it might be a little more expensive to get it at hotel, they're walking distance to the event. They can just walk right to the event. It'll save you.
Mm-hmm.
It's still for me. It would be cheaper to get in a hotel that's 5 miles away and pay the $7 lift than to pay $100 more just for the hotel room to walk there.
True.
Frozen wants you to cover the something real quick. It's up to you if you want to
Cover
cover
what
it.
now?
I posted in our Discord. It's the top 20 selling games.
That's super small.
I know. It wouldn't let me save it for some reason on my Twitter.
Here are the top 20 best-selling games for the decade.
Of last year.
No, it says 2010 to 2019, so the decade.
Oh, okay. Okay, decade.
God damn it, Mike! Can't even read the headline.
I didn't. Top selling 20 games.
Well, Call of Duty's sweeping the nation here with all their titles, but so
now is this a list that he made up, or is this
no.
actual?
This came from the MPD, if I think correctly. This came all from the MPDs, which is a big thing.
So pretty much they got for number one on the list was GTA 5, which is pretty expected because that game, has been popular.
Yeah.
Then second is Black Ops, followed by Black Ops 2, followed by Modern Warfare 3, followed by Black Ops 3, followed by Ghost. So Call of Duty, took pretty much all of the top 5 outside of the first one. We got fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 at 7. I mean, the game.
The big thing you look at there is there's no exclusive games on that list.
Well, Mario Kart 8's exclusive.
Okay.
So Legend of Zelda.
All right, so there's 2 exclusives.
So you have 2 Nintendo games on there. Everything else is fucking, multi-plat. But which I've had that argument before. I mean, yeah, people say exclusive games matter, and they do. But I've said this before, that those exclusive games, people play them and they move on. Usually it's the third-party multi-plat games that people continuously play, for years at a time. So those are more important, in my opinion, than the exclusives. Because if you're playing, let's say, Call of Duty, for years at a time until the next one comes out, versus playing, let's say, God of War for a month. I feel Call of Duty is more important than that because, they had concurrent players for the entire duration of that game until they had the next drop.
I agree with that somewhat, but also let's say, like you said, exclusives do matter to me because it gives you whatever console you're playing on or platform, it gives it that drive to sell the console. Like, are people going to buy Xbox Series X just to play Halo Infinity or Infinite, whatever the hell it's called?
And they play that on PC as well.
Oh yeah, you can play it on PC, but or are people going to buy the PlayStation 5 to play Spider-Man 2? Say, people, you got to think.
I feel, yes, there's probably a small margin of gamers that are going to buy a console for one game, but I feel the majority of gamers are going to buy a console because they are loyal to that brand or because they have a larger library of games that they know they want to play that are going to be on. They're not usually buying it for that one game.
If I can't play Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 4, I'm going to buy the PlayStation 5 to play Spider-Man 2 because
you're going to buy PlayStation 5 regardless.
I'm just saying.
Why not just buy?
Because you're loyal to the brands, and regardless of what PS5 was going to have, you would have bought one anyway. Just like regardless of what Xbox has, you're going to get an Xbox anyway. You will probably play your PS5 more than the Xbox, but you're still gonna get one.
I will later, later.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yes, exclusive games are important and they entice people to go one way or the other if they're only gonna go one way or the other. Mm-hmm. But like you and me, for example, we're a different breed of gamer where we are gonna get all of the platforms. Like everybody knows how much Sony pisses me off, but I'm still gonna fucking get a PS5 probably way down the road, really fucking cheap at some point. Just so I could. What's up, yo, he's here. Just so I can make it and because my PS4, I have it just for exclusives only. I play all of my games on Xbox or PC. My PS4 is collecting dust because I only use it for exclusive games. Yep. And there aren't really that many, that, are grabbing my attention for me to, to use it. It's one of those things, like I said, you get your exclusive game, you play it for like a month, and then you're done, and then you go back to your third-party games. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm not getting that much use out of it. But there were enough games during the PlayStation 4 generation that warranted me at least having one to make it worth it, but it's not my primary console. I play all my third party elsewhere because I have more players that are within my Twitch community that are there's a lot of PC, and there are some Sony ones in there too, but there's a lot more Xbox ones. So I have a deeper well of people to play with over there than anywhere else.
Yeah,
so Dave.
Like me, my primary console is the PlayStation. Even though I play on Xbox, I prefer to play on the PlayStation, and that's where I play my third part as well.
Yeah,
it
could change.
Yeah, true.
The generation before, Mike was predominantly Xbox 360, and then this generation he switched to PS4. This next generation, depending on how things go, maybe he will have more games that he wants to play on Xbox and he might flip back. Or PS5 might have more games that he wants and he's going to stay put, But like I said, he and I are a different breed of gamer because we're going to have all of the systems anyway. Whereas other gamers are going to be loyal to a specific brand and they will not change. If they're super loyal to, let's say, PlayStation, they could have all the games they want on Xbox, but they're still going to fucking buy the PlayStation, and they're just going to be salty bitches complaining about all the games they don't have. And just like Xbox, they might be super Xbox, oriented, and they're going to be salty bitches and complain about what they don't have that PlayStation has. And that's why we have these fucking salty-ass, console war shit going on, is because some people refuse to just support games altogether and just buy both.
Console wars will never die. It'll always be a thing. I just sit back and watching, eat my popcorn and like laughing and shit.
But Terry, you and I PC Master Race, we're just
PC.
looking at it from far
Well,
away.
Danny's PC Master Race also.
Yeah.
Dre says, "LOL, Xbox will never be my main console. Fuck Xbox."
All right,
So,
so let's
Dave-
say in the future, let's say like 5 years from now, Microsoft buys some more key, companies and takes some games away from PlayStation. Come back. Maybe he will change his tone. Or he's gonna be the salty bitch, complain about how he lost fucking, some games that he lobbed and now he can never touch again. Who
So,
knows?
But you know
I
what's
want-
crazy? I just want to say this. You know what's crazy? The console wars actually mean nothing.
No, they mean
Because
nothing, but they're funny to watch.
but hold on. Eventually, consoles will be nothing because you can't get better than PC. So eventually, everything will just.
Eventually, they're gonna be, because right now with the next
It'll just be
generation,
PC.
with the next generation of stuff, they're basically PCs already.
They're just
So
basically
it's gonna
PCs
get to the
already, so-
point to where you're just buying a less
Right, a
powerful
Sony
PC.
or an Xbox PC.
We're getting to that point where we already have photorealistic graphics, so they're not going to be able to make the
Right.
graphics much more realistic than what they will. They're going to hit a point where they can't make them look any more realistic. So that's
Right.
going to happen,
Right.
and then we won't be harping about graphics anymore because we can't make it any better. Once it's real, it's fucking real. You can't get better than that. So eventually, we're going to hit a point. All right, and then it's all that's going to be left is fucking hardware. How fast can they process and all this shit, and they're basically going to get to the point where they're going to be PC quality, and it's going to be, do you want to spend money on a PC that only plays a small library of games, or do you want to just get a fucking PC and play everybody's shit?
Right.
Also, you could on a PC, you could crank the graphics to max,
Yes.
and it'd be like a movie.
Oh yeah, there's always a lot more settings that you can play the exact same game. It doesn't matter if you're on PS4 or PC. You can play the exact same fucking game, and there's always a fucking scrolling of extra settings that you can make that game better that the PlayStation people will never get.
Right.
So like it's crazy. Like it's
So
like
speaking of that, I want to hear Dave. We talked about it earlier. What do you think about Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC?
I think it's fantastic. I think for people who are not console buyers who want to experience what a fucking amazing game Horizon is, let them play it on PC. Because I don't believe in the whole, oh shit, it's not exclusive. Fuck, my balls are exploding. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that stuff, man. Because really, to me, I go by what the truth is. And if the truth is the PC is gonna play it better, then fuck it, play it on the PC. So, I'm all about dropping the truth bomb. I don't give a damn about what team it's on. So,
We don't give
hey,
two fucks.
I give two fucks. Yeah, man. Because look, I'm not getting paid. It's not like Horizon Zero Dawn. The creators are like, you know what? We're gonna give Dave some fucking money because he's all about it. No, they're gonna sell their shit wherever they're gonna sell it.
But don't lie.
Matter, yo.
Don't lie. You take it. You take it if they gave it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, take it. Like, yo, you
I'm
want
not getting raised no food. I'll take whatever cash you got. I'm not gonna sell my fucking soul, but I'll sell your console. You know what I mean?
I will sell my soul. I will soul.
If you say, David, you to be a Sony head, I'll take that money and be like, Sony, baby. That's the place to play. And then I'll turn around and play on my PC while I'm counting my money.
Doing that Fortnite dance, right? You be doing that
No,
Fortnite
never
dance.
Fortnite though. Nah, I can't do Fortnite, yo. Nah. That's the one thing I give up on that one. You can't pay me to support that.
Oh, but you do though.
No, I don't actually.
You don't buy Fortnite skins no more for your kids?
Nope, we already shut it down. No more.
Oh shit! There you go. He's like,
Laying down the law.
So you're not getting the new Ninja skin? It just came out, man.
Zero.
Dave's pulling the plug. Dave's over here pulling the plugs. He goes, look, you gotta put something else.
I gotta pull that plug.
He goes,
Pop that
Daddy.
pop.
Exactly. Dave's over here. Daddy needs a PlayStation 5. Fortnite
You
no
best
more.
believe it.
All right, let's. I want to cover what Frozen's asking real quick, and then we'll switch gears into the next topic. But Frozen wants to know for the PC gamers that don't play PC exclusives and only the same multi-plats that you can get on consoles. What's the point next gen if every multi-plat on console next gen is 60 frames?
Well, really is
Sorry,
like, really it's just okay. I'll still play on PC. I could still crank up the settings to max and such, and get more.
Yeah, Dre is just talking out of his ass right now. But he's going on about how all PC games are just fucking, isometric RTSs. But he's fucking full of shit. But anyways.
Celtic baby back bench we have here.
Great.
Oh, shit.
All right, but all right. So we're gonna switch topics. I wanted to cover some stuff that involves content creators.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not gonna do screen share, so you have to make sure you guys have the video up so you can see what I'm showing. But
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
pretty much, pretty big, popular streamer here. Let me pull this shit up on the.
Is this the MXR plays? Is that?
All right, so Amaranth is at it again. Everybody probably recognizes her name because she's usually getting banned on Twitch for NSFW shit. But there's the story has two parts. She decided to make it a full day event, and so it's got two parts. Part one, I kind of want to take her side. They were kind of ridiculous, but part two, she was totally out of line, so she deserved what she got. So part one of this story is she decided, yo, I'm gonna do an IRL stream and we're gonna do cosplay, right? So she fucking goes and walks in the goddamn Goodwill, and her plan is, you know what? I'm gonna find some apparel to put together a French maid outfit. All right, so she went to her local Goodwill, and she ends up getting, fucking yelled at in the store. She ended up not only picking out the outfit, but she ended up picking out some other clothes. And she went into the dressing room and she put them on. And she was wearing them, and she was on her way to the checkouts to go pay for all the stuff. Well, because she was walking around in the stuff that she bought, she basically got yelled at by an employee about how her clothing was inappropriate. And I'm just like, I feel like they were kind of ridiculous. Like, she is covered up. I mean, yeah, she's wearing a tank top and you can see her bra straps or whatever. But I mean, trust me, we've seen women wear far more revealing things. I feel like this is kind of unjustified.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the video here real quick. But she's like just walking around, go to the checkout line.
Oh, like what? I'm about to buy it though. I'm about to buy what I'm wearing. Okay. It's a tank top and shorts. What?
So it's kind of hard to hear the employee, but basically she's yelling about how she can't, walk around wearing the clothes because there's children and old people. And she's like, it's just the tank top and shorts. And it's not on this article, but there was another article that had there was a quote. I guess they didn't have it in this video clip, but there was also I guess somebody else at the Goodwill store yelled at her about how they could see her cheeks. So what do you guys feel? I'll start with Dave, since Dave just got here. How do you feel about the way this? I mean, are you for the employee, calling her out for her attire, or are you kind of like, that they're kind of being ridiculous?
I think they're being ridiculous, yo. I mean, like I said before, old people have seen it all. And for what I found on my son's fucking phone, they've seen it all too. So to me, it's like, it's one of those things where I think people might be jumping to conclusions. And like you said, Terry, there are numerous people who wear worse shit than that. So for the person to get on her about that, I don't know. I think they were just trying to show out, but I think it was unnecessary, yo. It's not like she was sandy cheeks.
Yeah.
popping it up.
It's like, yes, I mean, you can see from the video here, the shorts are, they're shorty shorts, but you don't see her buns hanging out, and her tank top, if I back it up, I mean, yeah, you can see some side boob action, but she is fucking covered, all right? I mean, this is
don't see what's wrong
common.
with
You see this shit all the time, whether you go to the gym or if you're seeing a girl streaming under the tank top. This is like normal attire. All right, so she's not she's not being over
Trust
the
me,
top,
you see
scandalous.
worse
Like,
at Walmart at 2 a.m. Anyways.
Oh, no doubt, man. Hey, look, you see worse at Walmart at 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every time I go to Walmart, I see people who look like they should be in Amityville Horror. So, I mean,
That was the
what's
one.
up, yo.
That was like the one craziest thing when I used to work like grocery retail or even Walmart retail. I mean, I'd work the overnight shift, like the 10 o'clock to 7 morning shift. People would come in there, and they're just like their dress or whatever. We'll just say like girls would come in dress, not wearing underwear, and they bend over to get the gallon of milk. You're like,
Damn,
what
Michael
up?
stare hard.
You damn right. I'm sitting there. Damn right. I was. I'm like, what up?
Get that milk. He's like, yeah, get that milk, y'all.
You need some assistance getting this some milk?
Yeah, I like that
Exactly.
milk. Ooh,
Exactly.
Yeah, I love how you pick up that milk bottle. Do it again.
Damn right, I
Do it
will.
again. That's
so
I
King,
know.
Mike over there loving it.
Yeah.
from seeing that video, what's your take on it? Do you feel the employee was justified or out of line?
Well, I mean, it's like what you said that, like you know how stores have the no shoes, no shirt.
No
If-
service. Well, she fucking
Yeah,
had
pretty
shoes and a shirt, so they can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so it's like I think the employee is just like
I've
overexaggerated.
literally seen dudes with no shirt. They just put like a vest or whatever on, and it's like you can see full fucking abs. It's like, but they can get away with that shit. But you're gonna tell me you can't have a little side boob without getting fucking the hassle?
It's the control
So
of
yeah,
women's
the
bodies, man.
employee
That's
is
what it's all about. It's controlling women's
employee
bodies.
is
man.
overreacting.
Yeah. I mean, and then she
Just,
changed it. She's like, make sure you come around so we can have you pay for the items. So it's like, yeah. I mean, she literally said she was going to pay for it. I mean, she said it because she got approached. So maybe she was planning on not paying for that shit, but because she got called out, she mentioned that she was going to pay for it. We
Very
don't know
said she-
that part. I mean, I used to actually, when I was in college, I did work for Goodwill as an assistant manager or a supervisor. And yeah, it was very common for people to go into the fucking, dressing room. They'd take the tags off and they would steal clothes. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Goodwill or if it's, any other retail store, people do that shit. So it is possible.
I mean,
It is possible that she might have had plans to not pay for that since she decided not to put her original garments back on. Like normally, a good customer, you go in, you try the shit on, and you put your normal stuff back on, and you grab your clothes and you go and you check out. You don't keep the shit on, because that does look like you might have intent to steal it. So that's, so I feel like that probably is how she got flagged by the employee. Because she saw her not wearing the same stuff that she went in with. And then she just made more out of it than what she needed to make more out of it.
Well,
But,
I mean, shit. I mean, you could also go to a beach and see more revealing shit than what she showed.
well, that's the beach, though. That's different. You're expecting to
I'm just
see
saying,
people
in
in swimming attire.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm with. She was covered, and there wasn't a big deal. But
No,
I mean,
and
looks like-
I don't. I can't remember what state she lives in, but I.
Tail? Did they want her to have a fucking bonnet on, looking like a nun walking around? I mean, I don't know what.
I mean, if you live in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, where I grew up, then yeah, that's kind of revealing. But if you're in fucking California or Florida or somewhere that's hot, that's common fucking attire that you will see anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Trey
Terry, I
said
didn't
she's
know you
not
grew up
there.
in Wisconsin. I didn't know you grew up in Wisconsin, Terry. I did.
Hell
too. I
yeah.
grew up in Milwaukee. Grew up in Milwaukee.
I was nowhere near there, but I was up in north central Wisconsin.
Oh,
But,
you was in the white part. That's all good.
but
Trey says she's kind of thick and she's got cake.
What?
well, anyway, so that's part one of the story. Okay, that's part one. Let's just move into part two. This is where she got what she got. What
I mean,
was
shit,
coming.
Dave. Shit, Dave. Exactly. I go lie. I watched her stream a couple times. I mean, she does got cake for Dave. She's got cake for Dave.
See, we're trying to learn about behaviors and not demeaning women's bodies, and Mike is like, oh yeah, put that frosting on that motherfucking cake.
I mean, that's what she does for a living.
We're
This is what she
over
does.
here trying to support the woman. He over there looking at cakes.
I mean, shit. I mean, that's what she does for her stream. She sits there and dances for her stream so to show off her cake.
Oh my God. Okay, anyways,
No.
part two. Part 2 of this story so we can get it out of the way. So after, let me pull it back up. So after she gets, you know, kind of like shamed in Goodwill, she takes her fucking French maid outfit that she bought and she goes and she puts it on and she travels over to her local Bed Bath & Beyond. And she decides to go walking around dusting furniture and shit, you know, for her little publicity game. And literally she had someone, you know, she ends up getting kicked out of the store, of course, because you can't just go around doing that shit. And her ass is hanging out in this one. And you know, literally a guy asked if she was soliciting, you know, like, yo, like...
She got banned on this one, didn't she? Because she streamed it too, didn't she? Streamed this.
She did not. She did not get banned for this one. She got banned. She got banned on Twitch previously for some other bullshit that she did. This time she just got kicked out of the store. So she got kicked out of 2 stores in one day.
Shit, I tell you, if I was at that local Bath & Beyond, I was like, yo, can I help you? You need help with those things?
I know Mike was gonna buy it.
Hey, don't you even lie. Don't you even front, Dave. You would be like, no, can I give you some assistance?
Hey, listen.
Yeah, hell you would.
Mike, you are not Mike. Listen, we over here talking about the principles of it, and you still own them cakes.
No.
That's all he has on his mind.
Don't even play.
That's the only thing he has on his mind.
Don't even play that.
We over here discussing the story, and he's discussing the cakes.
Listen, Dave, play that card. Listen, Dave, play that card like, yo, I'm an innocent man. I don't look at other women.
Well, so basically she gets kicked.
I just said I'm not. Hey, listen, I never said that. I just said I'm not a horn dog, yo.
Yeah, you is. You are a horn dog.
I'm satisfied, yo. I'm satisfied.
You can be satisfied and still be a horn dog. Shit,
Listen,
don't
I'm still
lie.
a man, but I'm not stupid. You know?
It's like my dad always told me: you can be married, but you still look at the menu.
Wow.
Anyway, so she gets kicked out of Goodwill.
Or
She gets kicked out of Goodwill because of her tank top and booty shorts.
Uh-huh.
For being inappropriate, and then she goes to Bed Bath Beyond and she's wearing the French maid outfit and she's definitely, you know, being inappropriate in this one. So I do feel like she was out of line. There's no reason for her to be,
she was out of line
doing
on that
this
one.
inside a store. Like I would feel uncomfortable, you know, like could you imagine, Dave, could you imagine you went to Bed Bath & Beyond with your mom because she wanted to go and get some soaps and maybe some new bath towels, and all of a sudden you walk around the corner and you see this woman fucking in this fucking outfit, dusting and looking like a goddamn hooker? Like, would you feel a little embarrassed about you know not wanting to be in the same presence of that with your mom?
Terry, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mom would be like, "Damn, I wish I was skinny to wear that shit."
Oh my God.
I don't know. But me personally, if I had my boys there and my wife.
Okay, let's say you had your wife and your kids with, and you were getting some bedspreads or something.
Bedspreads.
Bed Bath & Beyond. You go there and you buy fucking comforters and towels and kitchen utensils and shit. So let's say your boys needed some new bedding and your wife wanted some new fucking pans or something. I don't know. Anyways, you're fucking at the store and you round the corner and you got this fucking woman, looking like, a goddamn Pornhub exclusive in the corner. I mean, are you going to feel uncomfortable with your boys there? Are you going to try to, is it going to be a quick thing where you see her and you're going to be like, I don't know your son's name, but you're going to call him out, hey, why don't you look at that cool item over on that side of the store? And redirect?
I'm going to be like, boys, hey, come check this shit out. And we're going to go on to the other side because I don't want them to see it.
Nah.
You know what I'm gonna say? Only in Venango County you'll see type of shit like that.
That's normally Florida or Florida or Detroit is where you see weird motherfuckers all the time.
Brandon.
Pennsylvania has some weird shit, let me tell you.
I fully support this. I'm down for it.
Yeah, you got your Amish Mafia, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
even
Pretty
even-
much. I'm a stuck, yeah.
Oh my god. So Brandon, what would you do if you had walked in that store and you saw her over there fucking dusting on a table in her French maid outfit?
Well,
You try
first
to
I'll
go
look.
Jews.
First, I'll look if there's a hidden camera thing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here?
Nah. Hey, don't lie, Brandon. Don't lie.
If I saw that, I'm like, she must be on some fucking good drugs to be
No, you
walking
wouldn't.
around on that. Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
No, he would. No, he's lying. He'd walk up to
Bullshit.
her.
She on that
he
good
would walk
shit?
up to he would walk up to her and say, "Yo, would you like a can of pussy juice?"
Oh my god. Oh my god, Dre said that she would ask if she comes with the furniture. Is she part of the dinette set?
I know exactly.
Because Dre wants to dine tonight.
That's only Big Mike's mind.
No, I know you, Brad. You would ask her out.
You don't know. You do not know me. One
Yes, I
goddamn
do.
bit.
Yes, I do. I know you too
Yeah.
well.
What was it saying? Brandon would have canceled his Final Fantasy VII remake pre-order and just gave it to her.
Exactly.
That's funny.
See?
Bullshit.
Hey, what, Mark, Brandon? Do you want exposed?
But
Exactly.
Mike, you can't talk, Mike, because you would be doing the same shit too, man. You'd be like,
No.
Oh, bullshit.
How much is it?
Oh,
How much
shit.
is it?
I'm not that deep. Shit,
Oh,
Brandon.
Yeah,
bullshit.
you are, Mike. Mike, you
Bullshit.
just talked about how you love them picking up milk. So
Yeah.
I know that
So now you're changing your subject, saying no, I would never do that.
right.
No,
I'm
no,
a Boy Scout.
I would never spend. I would never be like Brandon spend $300 or anything.
Why would I spend money on it?
Why would you? You do it all the time.
Now, guys, this conversation has got
Okay, so we don't want to know about, how much he pays for solicitors on the street corner. Okay. I do want to hear from King, though.
Bullshit.
I do want to
Dave,
hear from
real
King.
quick, hold on.
And no
Dave.
offense to King, but I do see King as kind of the more prudish member of the group. So how would you feel about seeing this in the store?
King's more proper and prim. King's proper and prim. He'd probably like, I'm out.
No, King is respectful. That's the thing.
The King like
Thank you, David.
I know
No,
King.
just pretty much be like, usually you get a 10 eater. It's like, is this like just like a photo shoot type of thing, or is this like you know how they have the prank shows, blah blah blah, and all that?
Yeah.
So would you just kind of see that's happening and just kind of steer clear?
I'll just be
Thinking
like,
because
"Oh,
if you're assuming that because clearly she's got a cameraman, so
Yeah.
would you just be like, okay, I'm not gonna go over there because I don't want to be on camera?
yeah, probably so.
So it says, if King was there, he'd be like, "Yo, check out my airplane headset. I hear everything in these babies."
All right, so I'm gonna switch gears real quick because I only got 2 more topics left, and I want to make sure we get it in. So my next one, real quick, because we're still talking about content creators. This one is going to be fucking PewDiePie. He has announced that he wants to take a break. He's stepping away from YouTube and whatnot. He's like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm out of fucking ideas.
David,
I want to go on
there's
vacation.
women in her also.
So, and I mean, the last 3 years, he's been going through so much scandal about fucking racism and all kinds of shit that he's been saying.
Exactly.
So, fucking, he lost fucking Disney cut ties with him because, he paid some men to hold a sign of reading "Death to All Jews." Like he's had a lot of fucking scandal lately. So it's definitely good for him to get the hell out of here. Especially
Hell
since
yeah.
his content seems to be pretty forced now. He's definitely out of ideas. I think it's been a long time coming. He's had his stride, and I know as a content creator myself,
Exactly.
it is so hard to constantly come up with new content because everybody's doing the same shit, or as soon as you do something, everybody else fucking imitates it. So you can't really
Exactly.
have anything of your own. So he's been doing this shit for like 10 years. So yeah, I think his time has come to just like be like, I got all my money and just
It's time to
Done.
enjoy time with my family.
Does he even have a family? Is
Yeah,
he
he's
married?
married.
Oh, so I don't know.
He has
Yeah,
a
he's
kid,
got
but-
a fucking like supermodel fucking wife.
So I didn't know. It's like I don't really watch him. I don't even give the guy the clicks because he doesn't have.
Yeah, I mean, with
Well,
the Nazi
I
ass
mean-
shit that he was doing, I mean, I get it. Get your fucking ass off of YouTube. I mean, I don't give a damn.
Oh, is that-
He's a racist ass piece of shit. So, I feel like he deserves absolutely zero kudos, especially when you jump on the racism bandwagon. Fuck him. You know what I mean? He deserves to get the hell off, and I hope he never comes back. Fuck him.
He's made billions, millions. So yeah, I'm with Dave. Like go take your retirement, enjoy your wife, enjoy your kids if you got some. Have some.
I don't want him to enjoy shit because he's a fucking racist. But I want him to get the fuck off of the fucking stream.
I don't know if he's racist or not, but I'm just saying.
Oh, really? Talking about
It's pretty well known, and literally, Mike, it even covers it.
Get the fuck out.
It even covers it in the article because of the way he behaves and he badmouths people.
Yeah.
It's literally he's kind of groomed a whole different kind of fan base.
Right.
Like
The
literally,
fucking alt-right
it even
bullshit
says
that
right
he's
here,
got.
last March, the gunman who killed 51 people in 2 mosques in New Zealand announced during his live streaming of the shooting, "Remember, lads, subscribe to PewDiePie." Like that's literally the kind of fucking
right.
fan base that he has groomed because of his shit. And
that's who he loved. That's who the people used to watch him. Listen, when I went down the dark web, right? Because I was looking at some shit for PewDiePie. I actually was doing some research on him. And you're talking about the fucking people that watch him now are all, like I said, all racist ass, alt-right.
I don't know.
I don't know
Like
if you
I
say
said.
alt-right, just fucking Nazi KKK bastards. But those are the motherfuckers that garnered his big ass shit. And that's where he is at.
And-
those are the people he loves. And so fuck him. Literally,
So-
fuck up against the
and
wall.
I feel even though YouTube hasn't like shut down his channel, I feel another reason why he might be trying to get away is because he made a whole stink about the new harassment policy YouTube has about how you can't fucking insult or make fun of other people, and that's all he pretty much does. So they basically said you can't do anything you do. So he like has nothing left.
Right.
Because all he does is insult people. So but,
No,
and,
no,
and,
but-
and then,
but
and then he
Terry-
has been shelling out to fucking D-Live and other cryptocurrencies too to try to get people to buy into that shit. So he's definitely been on a downward spiral for the last 3 years.
Because Terry, there's actually professional comedians that do make fun of people, and that's their like career, like professional
Yeah.
comedians, all that. So what's
Like, look at Andrew.
what's that
Jesselnick.
boundary of between doing that comedian and what he's doing?
Exactly. I mean, shit. What's his name?
Andrew Jesselnick.
Comedians get called out when they take their jokes too far, and they have to make apologies. It's happened.
Correct.
Literally, there was that comedian not too long ago that happened in 2018. I can't remember what his name was, but he made fun of a veteran that had was an amputee veteran. He made fun of him, and people were outraged, and he had to apologize. So I mean, comedians tend to. I mean, all jokes make fun of something. Okay, there is no polite joke. That's
right.
Right.
find any joke, and you're going to be making fun of something or someone. That's just the nature of jokes.
But there's the stuff of going too far.
Right, there's stuff
And
going
that's
too far.
where-
I agree with what King's saying. I mean, look, Dave Chappelle.
But
does.
that's the thing now. I mean, we have comics that have made fun of Jews and everything else. Usually it's the Jews making fun of Jews, so that way they can get away with it. But it's like,
Right.
it's not. It's literally. I
How
feel
do
like
you- how do
we're
you
in that
think
we're in that
South Park
outrage
offended
generation.
you?
We're in that outrage generation. Like, yeah, we see things as too far. But if we had gone back 10 years and they said the joke, we wouldn't have said shit about it. But now we are.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
Terry,
agree.
didn't you take like shows like Family Guy and South Park, who literally
Yeah, literally,
admits
they
that
say all the shit, and no one flags them. And then if another comedian or
Exactly.
someone says the same shit that South Park spews, they get fucking boycotted and harassed.
I
And
remember.
fucking
Shit,
South Park, they make fun of everybody, and it's and they go way over the top with their insults, but no one gives them flack.
Oh, they did. I remember the whole South Park game.
Stick of Truth?
not Stick to Truth. It was the other one, Fractured But Whole. When they were making the game and they put out the statement, I remember Danny was mad, liver than shit, and he even talked about, and he talked about, and they took it was what it was. They talked about the if you were playing as a black man on Fractured But Whole, that you
I thought it was Stick of Truth also.
no, it was
No,
on
it was
it
Fractured
was on
Butthole.
it was Fractured But Whole, that you had a harder setting to play. You had it was even harder than was to play than the white person.
Which is just like life. Which is just like life.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
what they were
get it.
doing.
I get it. I mean, that's what they explained. They explained that they wanted to show that shit being black, life is fucking 10 times harder. So I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't have to
But
do it. But I get it. I get it.
Danny was mad. I mean, but after he played it, it was all false. It didn't really happen. It didn't really happen.
I mean,
in that
it was
game.
a little harder. It was a little harder. I mean, there was a lot more that the life. They had a little bit more health bars, and there was a little bit more difficulty. But I mean, I get it. I mean, I know it's touchy as fuck nowadays, but I think if you're doing it in a racist ass fucking way, then you should get punished. Period.
I mean,
Period,
shit.
point blank.
Lots of people
No
do it. I
fucking
mean,
excuses.
it's called people push the envelope. Like I said, Dave Chappelle does it. He
They all
pushes
do
the
that
envelope. George Lopez, he pushes the envelope.
Oh yeah, of course.
I like George Lopez. I think he's funny. Same with Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle. He's funny. But I mean, people get sensitive. People are sensitive. Like Terry says, this is the day we're living in a day with people are outraged about everything and anything.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see some of these jokes are really harsh and and they are kind of going too far, but we can't go and be like so and so can do it and it's fine and then be outraged when we see it.
Exactly. You're gonna be like that on one person, be on everybody.
Exactly. Because then it's just fake outrage. You're only pissed off because one person said it over another, then you're not really upset. You're just, if it really bothered you, it would bother you no matter who fucking said it.
There's I always think there's a group of jokes where it's like, yes, it'll upset you or make you mad, but then you realize that was a pretty good joke. It was a funny joke.
I guess, well, in conclusion, we're all thankful that PewDiePie is hopefully taking he is taking a hiatus. Let's hope it's permanent and he doesn't make a grand return. Good riddance! All right. I got one last topic that I wanted to cover real quick because I haven't really seen people really talking about it too much. So I kind of wanted to get your guys' take on this, and it's for the Uncharted movie that's been going on since 2012, and they're literally having all these issues with keeping fucking directors. They're literally on their 7th director now. They keep getting a director, and the director ends up dropping the project for different reasons. Some don't want to do it. Some say they have scheduling conflicts with other projects, or this, that, and the other. They all have an excuse for why they don't want to be part of the damn thing. And they've had some pretty major fucking directors. They had Dan Trashberg, who did Cloverfield Lane. They had fucking David Russell from Silver Linings Playbook. Neil Berger from did some shows. They had the guy who did the Transformer Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, so he's
Travis
the latest
Knight.
one, I think.
Yeah.
So they got Travis Knight. I think is the 7th one they just got. So the Bumblebee guy. They had issues with I guess because Tom Holland is also the Venom movie at the same time. So the director, the 6th director, he dropped out because there was going to be conflicts between making this and Venom or something with Tom Holland. So he's like, fuck it, I'm out. And he decided to, but Tom Holland is still dedicating his time to both. So I don't understand what the director's problem is then. So I don't know. So like they just can't keep a director for this film. And this film, like I said, has been being developed since 2012.
I mean, Terry, video game related movies, it has a long history of being
Oh,
bad.
most of them are shit.
yeah.
They're fucking shit. And this is
Other-
why I
other
want. This is
than-
why I
other
wanted to
than
bring this up.
Detective Pikachu, and then probably the Sonic movie coming out.
You know, this is why I brought this up. I wanted to get your guys' take, and we can start with Dave on this one. With the fact that this movie has been going on for so long, and they cannot keep a director in, and each time they get a new director, it's probably going to set them back because the director's going to want to take things in a different direction. Do you feel
It's gonna.
it would be
go
better for Sony to just scrap the idea altogether, or do you feel, know what? Let's just keep pushing forward and hopefully it'll get done.
Hey, listen,
Whoa.
I will direct the motherfucking movie, okay? Just go ahead and get me in there. I will just pay me and I'll do it. No, actually, I think that you're right, Terry. I think they should scrap it. I mean, literally, if you're losing 7 directors, that is already a
That is crazy. I've never heard
That's
about this
crazy.
ever. Like,
I've never heard a movie losing
You-
7 directors. Crazy.
it's unheard of to think of a movie losing like 1. Like,
2. Yeah, like 2. Even if
you know,
don't
sometimes
like
they
it,
might,
do.
you know, get another director sometimes, but like I've never ever in the history of my life heard of a movie having more than 2 directors. This one's fucking on its 7th director. That's a lot of money Sony is just blown away.
Hey, just, yeah,
Blown
just
away on
yo.
production, and as well as, you know, whatever. I mean, some of these directors are pretty like they're A-list people, so they're probably costing a fortune just in their fucking payroll to pay those guys to, you know, be there, and then they just fucking quit. So I feel like this is a fucking money pit for Sony, and they should just give up on it while they can before this fucking you know, severely hurts them.
Terry, how it's gonna go is that all the A tier directors are gonna be, they're either gonna be no or they're gonna be gone, and then it's gonna go to B tier directors to where then the movie's gonna turn out bad.
Well, the movie, even with a really good director, could possibly still turn out bad. 'Cause
True.
like you said earlier, it's
true.
the history of video game adaptations in the film industry tend to usually be pretty fucking terrible.
Well, that one Uncharted that fan made one was really good. I can't remember the actor's name that played it, but I think we showed it once. on
Yeah,
the
that
show.
was
decent.
Nathan.
That fan-made movie was dope.
Nathan, I can't remember his last name. Fabian.
But they
can't remember his
they
name.
should have had him as Nathan Drake for this movie. You know, instead of Tom Holland. I know they want to do a young Nathan Drake, but
But that
I don't know.
actor is currently working on I think it's for ABC. Works on a sitcom called The Rookie. So he's already
Oh.
busy.
Dude, they should just do Nolan North. Just let him do the shit. Just turn his fucking hair dark, put him a fucking green shirt on and some brown pants.
Nathan Fillion, thank
Call
you,
it a fucking
Drake.
day, yo.
Nathan Fillion.
yeah.
Yeah, he's working on a show, so you know he might not have the time
He has
to
I was like,
go
he has
wherever
19
they're
called-
filming the movie.
I think it's called The Rookie.
I
I've
just
watched
said
it
that,
couple-
Mike. Mike,
Well, he has been behind this whole entire show.
I feel like Mike's not listening to me. Like he has me on mute because he literally, I'll say shit, and then like 3 to 5 minutes later, he'll just copy what I just said. Like what the fuck, Mike?
I was also dealing with something when you were talking. My bad.
So he just confirmed he wasn't listening to me. Thank you, Mike.
Oh,
Yes, I was. I had my other boss in my ear trying to talk to me. I had my other boss talking to me in my ear.
Oh my god.
God,
Your
Mike.
stomach? Your stomach? Is that
So
your-
my understanding is
No,
this
no.
movie is supposed to be a prequel to the very first of the video games. So it's gonna be young
Okay.
Nathan. That's why they have Tom
Yeah.
Holland in there.
Hard pass.
That's why they're not gonna get Nathan Fillion, because this is young Drake. It's the fucking
that's right.
prequel.
I
Yeah.
that was like the most boring part. Also playing young.
Well, I hated when they did like the little flashbacks of him as a fucking teenager. And I
I
hated
mean,
it.
that was like,
So that's
I hated
literally
it.
another reason why I feel like this movie's gonna be a disaster. The movie's a
like-
prequel of, you know, young Drake. Like, who gives a shit about young fucking Drake?
Right. I was
They,
like,
they want to know more of the story
Nah,
after
fuck that.
4.
fuck that. We know the story. Just jump right in, go do the fucking Uncharted movie, but without the young Drake. Fuck that.
Yes,
I agree.
that's what I'd like.
Yeah, well, we're not getting that.
I mean, what
so,
was
so we're getting
Young
a
Drake-
prequel with young Drake, and this movie may never come out because they can't keep a goddamn director long enough. So,
I
Who knows?
petition for Samuel Jackson to play Drake.
oh my god, dude, no, that would be horrible.
Yeah, come on, be like, oh, fuck these jumps. I don't give a fuck about these motherfucking jumps. Hell no. I would love to see that shit. But go
No,
on.
I didn't care for it. I didn't care for
I
it,
hated
Drake.
young Drake.
I hated Young Drake.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it because didn't we get like part of Young Drake also in part
He was in
or
2
it
as
just-
well. They
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was it too. Yeah.
we got like flashbacks in 2, and then we got to play them I think in 3.
They had him in
Like, I
2
was
where
like,
they, they showed how he got interested in the whole Sir Francis Drake fucking storyline, and then we had the whole long boring ass shit of him breaking into the mansion with his brother to find his
I know,
mom's
it's fucking
fucking
stupid.
journals,
Hell
and
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
stupid.
like, fuck, no one cares, man. Let's just get on with what you're currently doing.
Right. Let's keep him being a mass murderer. I don't want to see him as a fucking kid,
All right, see 3 and 4. Drake confirmed it. It was 3 and 4. It was all that. See, like I said, I was wrong. I'll accept that wrongness. But yeah, it was fucking blah. I didn't give a fuck. The game was fantastic. I'll agree. The game was phenomenal. The series is, but I didn't care for the young Drake shit.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Young Drake shit was dope.
I do enjoy the Uncharted games, even though they are the same shit in each one. But
Like I said, we might be-
the games are fun to play. But yeah, no,
I mean-
I'm with you on that. I didn't like the young Drake thing.
Shit, I mean, we might be getting another Uncharted game, so I'm down for it. So let it happen.
Yeah, but it would be different now, right?
Damn,
Because the
Terrence.
last one was basically Nathan and I can't remember the blonde chick. They basically are like retired
Yeah,
and they
they're-
had like their
Oh,
daughter.
yeah, done.
So like the daughter's
spoilers,
taking
guys,
over, or are they
spoiler
going to
alert.
come out of retirement
Spoiler alert.
again? Because they
I'm
basically
just
were
spoilers.
retired, and then they were hard up for cash, and Nathan got in more trouble. So he had to get out of retirement. So is it just going to be like that same song and dance where he's going to just keep coming out of retirement, or are we
Or it
going
could
to,
Shit, I
be,
hope not.
it could
or
be that
are we going to
Uncharted
just have
game-
the daughter take over?
Or it could be that Uncharted game with the girl.
Chloe.
Oh, yeah,
they-
the dark haired chick.
Yeah, they could continue with that too.
See, I like Chloe, I do, but I feel
I think
if
so,
the
Chloe,
Uncharted,
definitely.
I feel if the Uncharted series ends when we no longer have Nathan and it decides to pull it with Chloe, or it tries to take on with Nathan's daughter, I feel like it's not going to do as well because Nathan Drake is what makes Uncharted. So you take away that main character that has built that franchise, and then he's gone, and you start with somebody else. I feel like it's going to fall flat.
Yeah, it was Chloe. Chloe, I was right.
Yeah, Chloe. Yeah, she was awesome in the game, man.
And the girl and the blonde girl you're talking about was Elena.
That's
I
it.
couldn't remember her freaking name. That freaking reporter chick.
Yeah, Elena.
Yeah.
But
But maybe they should go brand new because it might, like you said, Terry, it would be fucking stale if they came back and said, "Oh, Drake now owes more money and he's got to come out." That would be kind of like redoing the same
Listen,
exact thing. They might
Yeah,
need to go a new way because it's just Uncharted. That's
yeah,
just the name.
and
of the
Dre
fucking
does
thing.
bring up a
You can
point.
call it anybody.
Dre does bring up a point. If they have a female protagonist for Uncharted, it's basically gonna just be like Tomb. Because people
Yeah,
already
yeah,
make the
that's right.
comparisons
Oh,
about
shit.
how Tomb Raider and Uncharted are basically the same. They're definitely different.
Oh,
Uncharted
that's
is
right.
way more action based, whereas Tomb Raider is more explorative and whatnot, and
Yeah, like
and more puzzle heavy.
explorative.
But they do have a lot of similarities as well. And yeah, I feel you got rid of Nathan and you put in the daughter or even Chloe. I feel like it's gonna be a weaker rendition of what Uncharted was, and it'll be like
But what,
people are
what about
probably
an
gonna be
Asian
like,
guy?
I'll
That
just
would
play
be
Tomb
tight.
Raider. Fuck it, I'm over
What
it.
about an Asian guy that? What about an Asian guy that explores all the ancient Asian, like relics and stuff? That would be pretty tight.
Wolflow said it will be the daughter, and spoiler alert, she will be gay.
Oh my God, here we go. We're not trying to go there, yo.
I mean, well, they do kind of push that envelope now.
They do. They do.
I mean,
but it doesn't matter. It could be.
it doesn't matter to me. I
It,
don't give two fucks less. I mean,
yeah,
I
as long as the
I mean,
game
well,
is good,
that's
I don't give a
literally
fuck.
what's happening right now with GTA. People are mad because the GTA 6 is gonna have a female protagonist. They're like,
Right.
well, females can't be in gangs. I'm like, they're literally females in gangs,
This
but
fucking
okay, whatever.
stupid. Man,
That's-
Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games, and that's the female protagonist. She Tomb Raider is a female. I don't get why people say that.
Last
To
of
me,
Us,
female,
Last of Us,
The Last of Us, amazing. So I don't get it. To me, people
Last
who
of Us
say
2,
this
you're
shit are
gonna
just
play as
fucking
Ellie.
horrible. It's horrible. To me, I love it, man. Listen, the more characters, the merrier, yo.
like I said, me personally, I even said this before. When I'm playing like even MMOs, or if I have the option to where I can create a character, I play as a. I always do.
I do. I always creep my
Hold
wife
on.
in the game.
Frozen.
And you know what's crazy?
Frozen over here with this 90-year-old kick. Get the hell out of here, Frozen. All right. But freaking. Like, I don't care if the female is. I don't care what sex or gender orientation the characters have. Don't give a shit. But when you
I still play the
have
game.
when you have a character that has been the forefront of a franchise for over a decade, and then you remove said character, I don't give a shit if he had a goddamn son and he took over. This fucking franchise will suffer because people are gonna want to play with fucking Nathan Drake.
I agree.
They don't want to play with fucking Jonathan Drake or fucking whatever his daughter's name is or fucking Chloe. They want fucking Nathan. All right?
He's gonna be 100 years old, man. Nathan's gotta stop. You know, I mean, he can't climb those fucking rocks at 75 years old.
I mean-
Hell no, he
I mean, look at Gears of War. All right.
I mean, shit.
We had Marcus Phoenix as like the main dude, and then all of a sudden now he's getting old, and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna have JD take over the reins," and the series has suffered.
Right.
Yeah.
Not the
because
same.
it's Not the same.
Not
guy.
the same anymore.
And you know what? You're right because God of War is going to suffer the same fate because he.
Yeah, now they're gonna
spoiler
have
alert,
fucking his
spoiler
sons
alert,
taking
yeah,
over
his
now,
son.
right?
His son. Yep.
Not gonna be the fucking same. Got God of War fucking
Atreus.
Junior over here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
God of War has always been about Kratos. So the moment Kratos is out of the formula, I feel that's gonna be the death of that franchise.
We'll see.
I agree. I think
You're gonna have your hardcore fans. They're gonna get it because they're just fans. But I feel
That's
the
me.
sales
I'm
and stuff are gonna be significantly lower as time goes on compared
That's why everybody's
to.
like.
compared to
That's
the-
why. That's why everybody's speculating that Trace is going to take over and that Kratos is going to die. We'll see.
Kratos is getting 1,000 years old though. I mean, at some point, there's only so much that you can take.
Nah. I don't see him dying.
Thing is, I don't get
I
if
love God of
Kratos
War.
is a god, how come he aged?
But remember, he's a demigod. He's a mixture of a
No,
god and a
No,
human.
he was a god
No.
at first, but then he rejected and became sort
No,
of
but remember, he
demigod
was
or whatever.
immortal at first. No, he was a
Yeah, he was
regular
mortal.
person at first, remember? And then
Yeah.
he asked Hades to save himself. And
No,
he
I thought it was
devoted his
I
soul
thought it
to
was
save
Ares.
Hades.
He got rid of Ares so he
Ares.
could
Oh,
become
Ares.
the god of war. He replaced
God of
him.
War.
okay.
Correct. But he was immortal at first. He was just a regular guy. He was just a
Yeah,
regular
so
dude.
once he
And then-
became a god of war and took out fucking Ares, didn't that make him a full-fledged god?
No, he's Demi. He's a Demi.
Yeah, he's like a demigod. Yeah, he's not full.
He's half human, half god.
Like that.
That's why he was able to kill the other gods and such.
Right. Correct.
And he
Because
has that.
was not full god. Correct.
Okay.
I love it though. Fuck it. If they do a Atreus, I'm gonna buy it. I mean,
I'll
I'm
buy
a
it.
super fan. I'm gonna buy
I mean-
it.
Well, they already showed what adult Atreus looks like. I mean, he looks good as a character, but
it's
I mean,
not
I
bad.
hated
He
that
does
punk
look
ass
badass.
when in the last game. I thought he was. I just thought that kid was annoying. I couldn't stand him personally. Well, the idea of having to play as him is a huge turnoff for me. I don't want anything to do with that guy.
I know you couldn't stand Atreus there, Terry.
Couldn't stand Atreus. Couldn't.
I was like, oh, you couldn't stand it so bad. You even muted, I think, the sound.
I did. I muted the fucking shit because I didn't want to hear Atreus speak.
You're like, I
Like,
know,
that's
I
how
know,
much that kid
I know
annoyed the
that.
shit out of me. I had to mute the bastard.
I remember that because
You
you
know
were playing.
what?
You're like fuck Atreus. Boop, you're gone.
But you know it's crazy though. But you know what, Terry? It didn't bother me because I got kids. So hearing a kid in the background, it wasn't as ear piercing as it could have been for you, Terry. But for
No,
me,
I don't have
I
a
actually
problem with
like that.
kids, okay? I got fucking tons of fucking nieces and nephews that and stuff like that. Like, that doesn't bother me.
I got
That kid
kids
was just bothered.
24/7. But hold on, I got kids 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So for me, having a kid being erratic 24/7.
And I
is
got
nothing
fucking
good
younger ass
because-
siblings that I had to fucking practically raise. Like, I trust
But
me.
guess
I
what?
got the
24/7
kids
for me,
thing. It's
Terry.
just no,
But
man.
guess what?
Fucking
I
that
got
one,
18
that
years.
kid,
I got
that
18
kid
years,
needed
Terry.
Kratos
I
to
got
fucking
18
bitch slap
years.
on the daily. Like seriously.
But he helped out though.
Damn.
He had some cool ass arrows. He had some cool ass fucking arrows.
Yeah, he had cool arrows, and plus he was able to call like on spirit damage, which is pretty
Yeah.
dope. That was dope. I don't know. I liked the game.
That was yeah, I loved it.
I liked it.
He was
liked
better muted.
it.
Did you ever finish it, Jerry, or no? Or did you never go back?
No, I got to where I got. I don't. You were there, and I
Right.
quit. Like,
I remember you
I
raging.
just
and
got
I know,
I just got so over it. The gameplay
I know
wasn't for
Brandon
me
is
because they were forcing a play style that wasn't my thing. I couldn't stand fucking Atreus. Just
I know Brandon didn't finish it either. He's like, nah, I'm good.
and I didn't.
I
The
couldn't get
storyline.
into
The
it.
storyline wasn't making sense to me. Their whole point was them to go to the top of the mountain to do like the whole funeral thing for the mom, and they seemed to be taking this very long ass route. I mean, you can just go straight up a mountain. I mean, he's a fucking demigod. He probably could have just jumped up the mountain. The fact that he had to
But it
go
was a
all these
ritual.
fucking places and do all these fucking
It was
hassles to
part of
get
the
there, I
ritual.
felt was bullshit.
It was
Right.
part of the ritual.
That was
It
part of the
part
ritual.
of that ritual. It was
I
the
mean,
ritual. You had
the
you had to do that.
That ending and plus the secret ending was so fucking amazing.
I know that was so good. It was so
I was like-
fucking good, Joe.
I mean, I want to talk about it. I mean, because shit. I mean, if you haven't
No
played it,
spoilers. I don't want to spoil
I mean,
it for
shit.
folks.
I mean, shit. If you haven't played it, that's on you.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a whole year. It's been over a year.
That's been a whole year. If you haven't played
That's
it, that's
true.
on you.
It has been. I feel spoilers. They have an expiration date. Once the game is out for so long, I mean,
Well,
it's your
fine.
own fault for putting it off. You can't be mad because if you really wanted to play it so bad, why haven't you played it by that point?
Right.
That tells
Yeah,
me if you haven't played it after a year, that you don't really care about it as much as you claim.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, spoiler. If you're listening, and if you don't want to hear the spoiler, mute the fucking stream. That ending though, Dave, right? That ending when you get there and when you found out about what Trey's real name
Yeah,
was.
how he was actually really kind of the whole reason.
Dude,
because he
my
was
fucking
supposed to
jaw
get there.
dropped. My
I
fucking
was
jaw
like,
dropped.
damn. But it actually made it more powerful because now we know what he's going to become.
Exactly.
so
My
because we
fucking
know what
jaw
he's gonna
dropped.
become,
Was
he's
was
gonna
the
be more
mom a
powerful than
Titan?
Kratos.
Was
Do
the
what?
mom a Titan?
No, she wasn't. Was she a Titan?
I think she was like she was a
She
Titan.
was
Yes.
she was like a Titan, wasn't she? Yeah.
But yeah,
But
but I
shit,
mean
it was amazing.
that
yo.
ending
Finding out-
when you find out that Atreus was Loki. I was like, dude, my
I was like,
fucking jaw
damn.
dropped. I was like,
I was like,
damn,
damn, he's Loki.
Kratos-
Oh shit.
Kratos
I was
is
like,
raising
damn, Kratos-
Loki? She was a
damn,
giant.
Kratos' sperm
She
is
was a
fucking
giant.
ridiculous.
She was a giant. My bad. My bad. Dre
Oh,
said she was a giant.
She was a giant. Okay, she was a giant. Okay.
But yeah, when you found
But
out
yeah.
Atreus was a Loki, my fucking jaw just
See, that's just
dropped.
bullshit.
That shit was dope.
That's all bullshit.
But
How would you go and have somebody from Greek mythology bring in someone from Norse mythology? They don't intersect.
But-
That whole fucking
It's a video
storyline
game,
is
man.
fucking
It's a video
bullshit.
Hey, listen, it's a video game.
I know it's a video game, but if they're gonna
It's
base
not
their
fucking
shit off of
continuing, yo.
stuff,
Mhm.
you can't crisscross Greek and Norse mythology willy nilly like that. That's
They
just fucking
said it,
bullshit.
But did you
I
see
mean,
it? But listen,
so-
at the beginning
so, I
of the
mean, I
game,
understand.
before you hold on, Mike. At the beginning of the game, you saw when it came on. It
That's
said,
like saying
"These
Jesus
events
is
are based-"
Zeus's fucking cousin.
But Terry,
No.
at the beginning of the game, it said these events are based on historical events, or historical religious material. But it
Yeah.
said by no means are we following it by verbatim. It said this
Yeah.
is some fantasy stuff. So even the beginning of the game, it warned you that there was going to be big ass changes in mythology and the way it was going to be told. I mean, they told you at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's still not bullshit, and it makes it super unbelievable.
The whole,
And
I mean, the whole game is the whole.
you're gonna
game
tell me if they said that Atreus, let's say they pulled a different angle and they said Atreus was fucking Jesus. I'm pretty sure you would have been like, get the fuck out of here. That's fucking dumb as shit.
I'd be laughing my ass off because that next game is gonna be weak as fuck because there gonna be no fights in that bitch. It's just gonna be bread and fucking fish. That shit ain't gonna be no motherfucking fights in that motherfucker.
And, dude,
And that's why Atreus was, talking so much.
and, dude, and Dave, remember when you a lot of people that haven't done it yet. When you go back to the house after the game, after the credits roll, remember that scene?
Because that opens up the secret fight. Because Thor, that's the big thing.
Thor comes down.
No, they don't show his face. All you see is
Yeah.
all you do is see him there with his hammer.
Yeah,
You're like, oh shit. You're like, oh shit.
I'm like, it's going down. So at least Kratos is at least coming to the next one.
So how does that work? Because Thor and Loki are brothers and they have the same daddy.
Hey, listen, nobody said everybody wasn't fucking. You know what I mean? So you just gotta,
Well, technically, Thor and Loki don't have the same dad.
Right, correct. Technically, they don't have the same dad. So,
like, if you watch the Marvel or read Norse, Odin adopted Loki. Because
that's Marvel. I'm going off of the real fucking Norse mythology, man. Not fucking Marvel's half-cocked bullshit.
But like I said, Dre even said the same thing. Thor and Loki aren't blood brothers.
Right. So, I mean, a lot of fucking going on, like I said, man. I mean, it's a lot.
Especially back then.
Because
especially back then, no condoms. You know what I mean? It was all wrong.
Loki belonged to the Ice Giants. Loki belonged to the Ice Giants as well.
Okay, so was Kratos banging an ice giant?
I don't know.
She was
Apparently,
giant back then.
Apparently, he gave him the.
Well, you guys saw who the mother was.
Hey, she was a giant, man. She took it all. I mean, hey, it took a lot of motherfuckers to help a giant. I mean,
how would she, if she's a fucking giant, how would she even notice fucking like Kratos' whole body still wouldn't be a decent sized dick for her.
This is Kratos. People forget Kratos.
Hashtag
Kratos, man.
Yo, everybody in the chat, hashtag fat pipe, Kratos.
That's right. Kratos is like, oh, and it was all good. You know what I mean?
He went that Spartan race.
Remember Kratos DDT fucking Kronos. So
Right.
I mean, if he can take down a fucking Titan, I mean, he could take down a giant. You know what I mean?
Like I said, the mother was a giant. The mother was giant. Loki was part giant also, but like also Dre said, in the real Norse mythology, Loki's a weirdo.
Right.
I'm just saying, I can't. I'm not gonna play the next one.
I know
Atreus.
Brandon probably.
Fuck that kid. I'm not playing a game where he's the lead. All right.
I know Brandon will probably play the second one now since Thor's going to be in it.
Why does that matter?
Yeah,
I didn't like the first.
If Thor kills Atreus, then maybe I'll buy it.
Damn.
I couldn't get into that first one. So why would it do the second?
Because Thor's in it. You like that shit. You like Norse mythology, I thought. You like Thor. You like Loki.
Yeah, I like to watch the Marvel stuff, but not gonna mean I'm gonna play it.
True.
Fucking
True.
Odin is a shriveled up old man with one eye in real Norse mythology. He's not this big, muscular, fucking huge ass dude like fucking Marvel portrays.
I mean, I understand there, Brandon. You're not a man of culture. That's right.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Here we got the bullshiggity.
That's all he spears is bullshit.
Now talking about Norse mythology.
Brandon, like I said, Brandon's not a man of culture. He likes that weirdo weeaboo shit.
The fuck you talking about?
Mike, we all know you fucking look at furry porn. Get out of here, man.
No, hell I don't. No, I do not look at furry porn. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm sure you got some furry porn.
Hell, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
He be like, ooh, look at them powdered puff tails. Ooh,
He's
Yeah,
probably, you know, over there looking at that
Oh,
goddamn Overwatch porn and seeing what Winston's dipping into.
Now that's not really porn though. I mean, I look at fucking Tracer and shit like that. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
how
well,
does that
Winston
work,
or whatever his name is a fucking ape. And then you got the hamster dude. So those two are
I'm
fucking.
good.
You're
I'm
probably
good.
looking at it.
I'm good. I mean, I'm good.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, I
You know,
like
he's
Marvel there,
probably got Thundercat porn, you know, on all on hot standby.
No.
He's like,
Yeah, looking at Cheetara's.
Thundercats.
I mean, shit. I mean, she's not really a furry though.
She's a fucking furry, dude.
She's half.
Yes, she's a fucking anthropomorphic fucking, you know, humanoid creature that's, you know, mostly animal, dude.
I mean, at least
That's
she talks
fucking
in a way.
that is the definition of a goddamn furry is a bipedal
right?
fucking humanoid animal fucking creature, dude. That's
No.
furry. Thundercats are fucking furries.
Nah.
Yes.
I wouldn't say a Thundercat's a furry.
Thundercats are furries.
Nah.
Yes, they are, yo.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
All right. We're getting.
Do you think Cheetara's hot?
Pull up a fucking
I mean,
furry.
shit. I mean, she's
Pull up a Thundercat.
she is what she is.
Alright, he's into furry porn.
No, I'm not.
You think Cheetara's hot?
I mean, so who cares?
We got way out.
So
of topic.
you are into animals that have, you know, human
No, a furry is like, you know, when I see when I hear the word furry, I'm talking about like what Sonic Fox does. That's furry to me.
furry is just an anthropomorphic fucking creature. It's just an animal that has human you know, the human build with, you know, 2 legs, arms, a human dick, and human breasts. All right,
I guess I don't know. Like
that's
I
a
don't
fucking
know
furry.
that.
Running
I don't
around,
know
you see a fox with a you know, male human dick instead of a fox dick. That's fucking furry. When you see a goddamn, you know, fucking bunny rabbit running around with 2 human female breasts instead of regular rabbit nipples. All right, that's fucking furry, dude.
I guess I don't follow that shit. I don't follow that.
Oh
I'm
man.
dying laughing.
But
bro.
yeah, we definitely got.
Fucking
Yeah, let's
dying
finish
laughing.
up.
All right. Anyways, it is getting later, so why don't we just go into the final round? I really want to have one this time because we actually
I don't
haven't
have
had a
one.
final round in a long time.
I don't have
Oh.
anything to talk about.
We need
Yeah,
we
me
need to do a
neither.
final round, you guys. We haven't had one in a long time.
Dave,
Terry, you got
King?
something to rage about?
Oh, yeah, I bet she does.
I have
All
nothing
right.
to rage
I
about.
can just do
I'll
one
jump
so
in
we
the
can have a final
I'll
round.
jump in.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
jump
Yeah,
let's
in.
do
so
it,
it's,
Terry.
it's Terry and Dave. Are
Dave,
in
you got
final
something?
round.
Nah, I'm
Yep.
good.
Got something? Okay, I don't have the final round sound effects that Danny has, so we're just gonna be like,
round.
There you
there you
go.
go. Final round. All right. So go ahead, you guys. Final round started. You know the drill. You can't speak. Go ahead, Dave. I'll let you go.
All right, my final round is about the moistest dudes on the planet, and those are the people who are mad about Cyberpunk delaying the game. I saw some people saying this is destroying Cyberpunk's legacy, CD Projekt Red's legacy. This destroys their ability to come out with good games, and I tell them to suck all of it, even the furry ones, right? Because the issue is that I'd rather have a game that is polished, ready to go, especially a giant game like Cyberpunk. I'd rather for them to take their time and not come out with broken pieces of shit like Fallout 76, and I'd rather for them to come up with something amazingly polished and ready to go on day one. So to all you people out there who are moist, who are soft as Doctor's Cotton, who is just like super sweet, moist, and cherry boys, y'all need to get a grip and just suck it up, y'all. Just suck the fuck up and just enjoy the fucking game. It comes out September. Love it up.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, that didn't sound too, you know, final round raginess, but I'll give it to you.
I couldn't read you too mad. Go
Could-
ahead.
like you made like a public announcement. Like, by the way.
Right. By the way, douche
Okay.
assholes.
All right. I'm gonna. I've been playing Borderlands 3 recently, so I'm gonna do my final round on fucking Borderlands 3. Just so we can have a final round. All right. So all right. So my problem with Borderlands 3. All right. There's a lot of fucking problems with Borderlands 3. All right, so I'm really freaking pissed off because people have been the ones that still supported it have been hyping about how great this fucking game is. And I've been playing this thing, and I'm getting pretty close to the end of the main story part, and the loot in this game is fucking trash. Yes, they give you lots of loot, but it's fucking trash. Me and my entire fucking party of friends that have been playing this game, hands down, have always are at least 7 levels behind on our loot. Our loot is always super underleveled compared to what we are because everything. I fucking got level 22 guns that are better than my level 30 drops. Like, it's fucking bullshit. Alright, this game has been out this fucking long and they haven't fucking balanced their fucking shit yet? Why the hell am I holding on to stuff so fucking long? Alright, there's no reason that I should be keeping things that are 7+ levels below my goddamn character level. That's fucking bullshit. Alright, Gearbox is on something. Fucking, I find the characters are just weak and uninteresting. I'm not getting that adrenaline rush that I got when I played the previous Borderlands games. This one just feels very forced, weak, and fucking boring. The twins, fucking Tyrene and fucking whatever her fucking dickhead brother's name is. They're just uninteresting. They're not. Handsome Jack was a villain that was a great villain, and you loved him because he was such a great villain, but you still hated him because he was the villain. All right, they had the perfect thing, and now Handsome Jack is gone, and they give us these fucking Bobsy twins that are fucking. I don't give a shit what the hell their fucking story is because they're so fucking uninteresting. Get the hell out of here, man. And then the playable characters are not fucking interesting either. Like, I remember fucking Roland and Lilith, fucking Maya, Axton, all these other characters from these other games were all fun and interesting. Fucking, Mordecai and Zero and them. Those were fun characters. The ones that you play with here are fucking boring as shit. It's like, alright, it's just, no, they're not interesting at all. And I feel a lot of the dialogue is just dry and forced. Like, it's not funny. It's not fucking funny, man. Alright, freaking, I remember laughing and having a good time playing, like, Borderlands 2 and all the other ones, because that shit was fucking hilarious. But now they're trying so hard to be funny, and this one, they're just not funny. They even got Penn and Teller, and they were fucking dry as fuck. I'm like, how do you take people who make a living as being comedians and make them not funny in a goddamn video game? What is that bullshit? Alright, it's just no. The game is just horrible. The story's stupid, the characters are stupid, the loot is stupid. I just can't wait to get it done. I'm happy I got it on the bargain bin. Fucking Gearbox didn't get a penny from me because I bought it used. Alright? So no, the game is fucking horrific. I just want to get it done and move on. It's a travesty. Borderlands 3 fucking sucks. Alright. Oh, and Tiny Tina isn't funny and cool anymore. It was funny when she was 12 when she behaved her way, but now as an adult and her still, behaving with this like childlike wonder who's psychotic, it just doesn't fit the mold. It's not funny anymore. Now it just feels terrible. I can't do it. It's just Tiny Tina was a character I loved and now I can't even stand her anymore. It's over. Fuck Borderlands 3. Happy I didn't support that game, and like I said, I got it used on bargain bin. Gearbox got nothing from me, so fuck you guys. The game sucks ass. That's my final round. All right, that's it.
This has
Damn,
been
Terry.
final round.
Final
Oh,
round.
there we go.
All
That's how
right,
you really feel, Terry.
all right, but
Borderlands 3 is just Borderlands 2.5. It's rehash shit.
I mean,
Borderlands was a shit though.
It just feels so stale.
I got good loot.
It just feels so fucking stale.
Terry, I agree with you on the fucking story though, man. Having those fucking Calypso twins, that shit was like not actually the fucking Moxie DLC. That fucking story is legendary. They should have switched that shit. They should have made the game around the whole Moxie story and let that roll. Because the one with the twins, you're right, Terry. That shit was like.
It just doesn't. I mean, yeah, you play it and you're like, yeah, it's Borderlands, but there's key things that are missing that made Borderlands so great. Like, just for the base game, because I don't have any of the DLC shit. For the base game, you know, Scooter's gone because, you know, he died off in Tales from the Borderlands or whatever. So we miss out on his kooky, you know, fun, side. Now we have Ellie, and even Ellie is kind of, they made her super sidelined. Like, she doesn't, it's just weak there. We don't have Torg. Torg is one of the funniest characters I can think of in the Borderlands franchise. Like, I love fucking Torg. And he's not there.
He's only there for a little bit.
We got fucking Claptrap, but Claptrap, I mean, he's just staying on the bridge, so you don't really have too much interaction with him. So that fucking side's gone. So like all of the parts that made Borderlands more iconic and fun and funny are fucking gone. So it's just this stale fucking wannabe, continuation of a game. It's
Borderlands 2.5. Borderlands 2.5.
So it was just I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it at all.
It's definitely underwhelming.
It is.
I like it. I like it. The story is definitely lackluster, but the loot that I got was the shit. So
you got good loot. RNG. You do there. I said I agree. You got good loot there, Dave.
I got really good loot.
I mean, you gave me some good loot. I mean,
another thing. They fucking ruined Iridium. Iridium was always this currency that you would get, and it was hard to get. You had to go and do like these really hard like fucking boss fights to fucking get Iridium, and then you would use it to get some really cool ass fucking gear. Right. Now they fucking watered it down. You can just get Iridium anywhere. You can go to any fucking planet and find Iridium deposits and smash it and fucking get it. And what do you get? You get really shitty weapons out of a vending machine, and they pretty much really want you to use it just to get cosmetic bullshit. Get little keychains for your guns, or fucking heads and skins and things. They took Iridium and they shit on it, man. Iridium was special. Like, it was exciting when you finally got some Iridium, because you're like, oh yes, I can finally get some really cool gear. Now, you get Iridium thrown at you, and it's fucking like Canadian money. Like, no one gives a shit about it. All right, it's terrible, man. How are you gonna go and take a rare currency and make it not rare, and then make us use it for fucking cosmetic bullshit?
Yeah.
Borderlands sucks. All right. Oh yeah, and then of course my buddy Todd gets disconnected from the game every time he fast travel, so that's goddamn driving me nuts. And I'm not exaggerating. Literally every time we fast travel, he gets disconnected. All right. I've had bugs where I've run into invisible walls. I've had, and it's literally on course where I have to go. You know how like Borderlands always like you have to go to this destination. You always have to walk through like the gate to get into the area where all the bad guys are. Imagine being like 10 feet in front of the area you have to walk into, and there's an invisible wall blocking you from getting in there. Like that's what I'm running into. And I'm watching my friends walk right past me. They're getting in there just fine, but I have an invisible fucking wall. Game is fucking bullshit. And then I have bugs where the missions aren't continuing. We have to go and fast travel to a new map just so the fucking mission will update. I got fucking characters that are supposed to move forward to open doors. They're not moving forward. They're getting stuck. So I have to fast travel. Or there'll be dialogue that has to be spoken to update the quest to give us the next part of the quest it's not happening. And I have to keep fast traveling all the fucking time just to get the goddamn game to fucking play. Drives me goddamn nuts. Alright? And then the load screens are fucking long as shit. Literally, when you boot up the fucking game, you have a 5-minute load screen of Claptrap waving around and going back and forth on your screen, and that load screen is just to get to the title screen where you press A that this is you, and then you get another load screen to get to the actual character screen saying I want to fucking play it, and then you float in to play it, fucking load screen to get to where you gotta go. I'm like, what the fuck? No. Fuck Borderlands 3. That game is bullshit. I'm just getting more upset thinking about it. Alright? So
This has been Final Round Part 2.
it's terrible, man. Alright, so we're gonna end the show. I do want to thank everybody for, tuning in. We all miss Danny, of course. He wasn't able to be here today. He's normally the host of the show for those that might be new and just popping in for the first time. He will be back next week.
This
Special thank
episode
you.
has been called #Terry's Takeover.
Yes, Terry's Takeover. We got freaking special thanks to everybody on the panel, of course, for tuning in. You guys are great. We had some good conversations. Everybody in the chat. We got Wolf Flow. We got Frozen. We got Dre. We've had Blue. We got who else popped in there?
Big Cloud.
Highball was there. Logical was there. And Big Cloud and Billy T. So, and anybody who might have just been lurking in the shadows. So, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We do a podcast every Saturday. If sometimes we have to reschedule, but you can pretty much count on us being here Saturdays. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. All right, we need all those likes. All right, so go ahead and do that.
Subscribe.
And then check out all of our links. The videos will always have the links, so you can check out members of the team here that live stream, like myself. Mike streams on our Twitch channel. And then, Platinum, when he's here, he streams. King streams. So go ahead and Brandon streams occasionally. Go ahead and you can check out our stuff. Go ahead and join our Facebook group. We go over there and we share gaming news and we talk about the different articles and things that come out over there. Check us out on all the social media and all that good shit. That's pretty much it. Does anyone else have anything else they want to say before I mute you all?
Nope. Awesome stream, guys.
Yeah.
All right, it's been great. So we'll see you guys all next week.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Tell me how to die, you feel me? Get over here! Hey, this the platform, bitch. Hey, this that platform shit. Yeah, who's the best when it comes to this game? If you with the Mortal Kombat, I'ma leave you in flames. It's the platform, I knock a bitch right out of their shoes. A Street Fighter till I die, I hit like Ken and Ryu. I punish niggas like Tekken 007 with a weapon. Teach a fuckboy a lesson, I'm double dragon, no wrestling. Shoot the 3 and cross you over, you can call me 2K. And the devil may cry 1,000 times, but watch what you say. Because this is my Call of Duty, so by now you should know me. Cut a motherfucker in half and then slide out like Shinobi. Steal your car and catch a charge, fuck it, this Grand Theft Auto. Double dribble around a nigga and let the blood stain follow. This the platform, yeah. This the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah. This that platform shit. This the platform, yeah. This the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah. This that platform.